As Tinora won the toss and deferred, they'll tee it up, and this will be a low line drive kick taken inside the 15-yard line across the 20 to the 25 near sideline. Penalty markers are out. Our first penalties of the game. That's a Service Master Restore penalty marker, and on the opening kickoff here, we have our first one of the night, and we'll sort this one out, Andy. A beautiful night for high school football. Josh Bush and Andy Tracy with you here from Craig McCord Field at Ayersville.
Yeah, and it's really nice to be here. And, of course, this is just good old-fashioned, old-school, small-town football. And It is a blast to be here to watch these two rivalries go at it. And this has been going on for 50 years, like you mentioned, and it's just exciting to watch.
So that's going to be against Ayersville. So this will move the Pilots back on their first drive. And, well, if you're head coach Andrew Mickey, that is not how you want to start this football game.
No, and you always want to stay ahead of the chains, especially for a team that really likes to run the ball like the Ayersville Pilots do. These teams are very, very different, built very different. One team really likes to throw the ball. The other team really likes to run the ball, and they like to control the clock.
First down at 10 for the Pilots. Ball sitting at their own 13-yard line as Sartman's under center. He'll have a single back in the backfield. He'll go left side. A nice hole there on first down, and this will be out across the 25-yard line. And a nice job there, and a nice pickup for Eli Berner on first down.
That was an excellent run, excellent gain. Of course, there was a nice big hole right there for him to run through, but still, it's great when he makes some yards after contact because he was hit probably about 6 yards into that play, but he was able to make even more yards.
First down at 10 at the 26-yard line. Two backs in the backfield behind the junior quarterback Brady Zartman on first down and 10. Second man through, right side. Not much there. He'll fall forward. Defended nicely by the Tinora Rams. And with his second carry all right, they're going to give him a couple.
Yeah, and he's just a big boy. He just fell forward on that to get some positive yards because they hit him right away.
So we've got a penalty marker late coming out of the backfield. We're going to see what this is. This is another Service Master Restore penalty. This is going to be a dead ball personal foul against the Pilots. And well, Andy, when you talk about this rivalry, 50 years in the making, these are kids that play summer ball against each other. They play basketball against each other. No strangers to each other. Sometimes the emotions are a little high in this rivalry matchup.
Yeah, and every single one of those sports, again, being a smaller school, it's a lot of the same kids.
Yep.
And so they're always challenging each other, and they're always, of course, in each other's faces. And they'll have great memories because it is a lot of fun. However, you get a lot of unsportsmanlike conducts because it just gets tense.
So it'll be now second down and second down and 22 as the scoreboard operators are getting on the same page here as the chain guys. It'll be a toss to the left side for Berner. He's got space. He turns it up, but it closes quickly, and he'll be wrapped up after a gain of a couple. A nice job that time by the Tinora defense to attack the football. The pursuit was really solid on the backside.
Yeah, number 52 there, Bump, who is the middle linebacker, he closed that gap really, really fast. It's like he knew exactly what they were going to do and who was going to get the ball.
So they're going to give him a gain of 3 out to the 17-yard line. So it'll bring up a big third down here for the Pilots on this first drive. And not a team that throws the football a lot, just 100 passes on the season. And through week 7, Zartman back to pass, a little quick slant, and that'll be behind his receivers looking for Dane Ewers. Defended nicely there by the Rams, and that'll be a punting situation for the Pilots.
Well, it felt like there was really nothing there either, and so that was a good, safe throw behind him. He should have let him a little bit, but the receiver was being guarded very well by the defensive back for the Tinora Rams.
Owen Reynolds will be back to receive the punt. He's going to stand just inside Ayersville territory as Jackson Stamball, who averages just under 36 yards a punt, will stand inside his 5-yard line. Snap hops to him. He's going to try to get this one away. It's a low line drive kick. It hits at the Ayersville 40, takes a Pilot's hop, but this will be a short field for the Tinora offense. And, boy, I'll tell you what, when you've got a junior quarterback like Owen Farrell, this could spell trouble early on in the matchup here for the Ayersville defense.
Yeah, Owen has almost 1,500 yards on the season. Again, you don't want to put yourself in this position as the Pilots. That snap has to be better so that they can get that kickoff. They were kind of lucky there because it was almost a blocked kick, and that would have been even in more trouble than they currently are.
So the Rams will come on the field led by their junior quarterback, Owen Farrell, 58.5% completion percentage, 1,482 yards, 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And this will be a 5-receiver set with trips to his left on first down and 10. Back to pass, pressure coming. He's going to go down that right sideline, and it's just out over the reach of everybody as Farrell had just a little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was running everybody deep. It seems like Tinora came out and they wanted to make a statement right away. We're going to throw the ball and we're going to throw it deep. They had 5 guys wide and they ran all of them down the field.
Well, he's got some solid receivers out there. Owen Reynolds, the sophomore, Dylan Shively, the senior, Parker Hancock, the senior, and Josh Lee, his favorite target. 48 receptions, 465 yards, and a touchdown. He's got plenty of options here as they'll come to the line again on second down and 10. Again, 3 receivers to the left, single back in the backfield, and they'll hand it off. And this is just a power move up the front, up the middle for Doug Hattemer. He'll be wrapped up and dropped after a gain of about 3. But this will bring up third down and long for the for the Rams.
And Tinora likes to throw the ball, and so, of course, any positive yards on the ground is good for them. This is not a great situation. You never want to be third and long. However, they like to throw the ball. They have great receivers. They have a great quarterback. They have potential to get a first down here.
Tinora offense comes in 4th in the GMC and passing it just over 210 yards a game. So we'll see what they dial up here. Trips to the left again. He's going to look right. Then a quick slant. That'll be complete out inside the 30-yard line, and that's hauled in by Dylan Shively. That's going to be good enough for a Tinora first down.
What an excellent pass right there by Owen Farrell. There was a great route ran, a good slant route. However, the defender was right on his back, and he put that right on the numbers where the receiver could catch it and the defender couldn't get to it. Great pass by Owen Farrell.
Well, they needed 8. They got 14 on third down, and that'll be enough to move the chains for the Rams as they'll be first down and 10 now at the 28-yard line. And this will be Hattemer with it up the middle again. He's going to be hit and dropped, met by a host of blue shirts up the middle. Andy, nice job by the Pilots to plug that hole.
Yeah, and you know the pass blocking has been pretty good here. Of course, they've been quick to release the ball so far, but you got to do a better job on that offensive line there with those guys. They just, all of them right there ready to receive the running back.
No gain on first down. It'll bring up second down and 10 for the Rams as they'll come to the line. Single back will be Abram Jimenez. 2 receivers either side, stacked on the left side, and he's looking that way. Back to pass. He's going to come out of the backfield to to Jimenez across the 20. He's going to be inside the 20-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. We've got a penalty marker, and this is going to be another service master by McCann penalty, and this is going to negate the first down reception as it's holding against Tinora.
Well, it seemed like it was a great play call. They ran the guy out in the flat, and he was open, was able to make that catch. However, you can't have the penalties. One of the things that we've noticed a lot this year, I don't know, maybe I've just missed it, but it feels like this year there's been more penalties in all the games that we've called. I mean, already, what is it, 3 tonight?
3 tonight already. We were at Tinora last Friday night, and I think we saw close to a dozen false start penalties in that game against Wayne Trace. So it'll be second down and 20, ball back at the 38-yard line as Farrell's got time. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's got all kinds of blue shirts in front of him, and he's going to heave this one complete inside the 25-yard line. And that is Shively once again, I believe. And that is a nice job to come back for the football by Dylan Shively, just finding a spot out there. And that's going to bring up a third down and manageable now for the Tinora offense.
Yeah, way to wiggle your way open. You know, these receivers, sometimes the defense is there right away, and the quarterback there was able to extend the play, give them more time, and they were able to wiggle open so that they could get at least a manageable third down.
So third down and 5 now, ball spotted at the Ayersville 23-yard line. Trips to the left and a single back behind Farrell. And a blitz coming, and this is going to be picked off. No, it's going to be dropped on that far sideline, and what an opportunity there. That was Kobe Brown, the sophomore. Oh, as the only guy that had a chance at it, that was underthrown, and Owen Farrell lucky that is going to stay at Tinora football.
Well, they brought the house right there as they blitzed. Boy, I would think they would all, Ayersville would love to have that play back. that is potential turnover. Again, they're winning the turnover battle, and Tinora is losing it every single game. And that was an opportunity they're lost.
So 4th down and 5. They're going to go for it here. And Farrell back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to be complete to that far sideline. This will be inside the 10. It's going to be enough for the first down to Josh Lieb. And that'll be complete inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone for the first time tonight. Go the Tinora Rams. And well, Josh Lieb, his favorite target, has his first catch of the night.
Yeah, and that was some great pass blocking there by the Tinora Rams. Of course, they needed a little bit of time to make that play happen, to open it up and for it to develop. Great job by Tinora to get the first down. They were behind the chains. They were able to get it done.
So that'll be a gain of 18. Now 1st down and goal at the 5, and it'll be Jimenez with it right side. Penalty marker flies in again. I believe this is going to be another hold on Tinora as we'll check this one. Yep, 1st down and goal from the 5 now becomes 1st down and goal from the 15 as another hold here, and this has already been a very, I would say, not clean football game on either side of the football right now.
No, and I think as coaches, they're probably on the sidelines yelling at their players. Of course, you've got to be disciplined. You got to do what you're supposed to do, because in these moments like this, you really need to bring the score in.
Under 7 minutes to play in our opening quarter. Still scoreless here at Craig McCord Field. 50th River Bowl. 1st down and goal from the 15-yard line. Farrell back to pass. He's got pressure coming. He's going to throw this one away. That did not get back to the line of scrimmage. No receiver in the area, so I don't think they're going to check for a service master. And they're going to say incomplete pass, but that ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Andy, we saw this last week. He had an intentional grounding call on a very similar play last week against Wayne Trace, but that will be a no call this time. It'll fall incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that felt like it was very strong intentional grounding. The fans are not happy with that no call.
I believe you're correct. At least on this side of the field anyway. 2nd down and goal now from the 15-yard line. Farrell back to pass. He's got time this time. He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone, and he's got a wide open Owen Reynolds, and the Tinora Rams will strike first as Owen Reynolds will haul in a 15-yard pass, and that is a Tinora West Banco touchdown.
Boy, and what a great play there as Farrell, the quarterback, rolled out to the right, and it was just a nice post-corner route, left wide open, easy over-the-shoulder catch for a nice 6 points.
So the point after here will be from Parker Hancock, who is, I believe, 20 out of 21 on the season, and that kick is on the way, and that kick is good. And Tinora strikes first on that 15-yard touchdown pass. It's a West Banco touchdown. Tenora's on the board, 7-0. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush and Andy Tracy with you here in week number 8, the 50th meeting. And nice job by Tinora there, despite the penalties, Andy, able to finish off that drive and put some points on the board.
Yeah, and they were really patient. They didn't get ahead of themselves there. When they got behind the chains, they didn't try to go for it all. They were just able to plug away and keep going until they got the score. And so, honestly, it was a very good offensive drive by the Tinora Rams, even though they only had to go, 35 yards to make that happen.
So we'll see here. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Mickey earlier this week. One of the questions I asked him, it's kind of a cliche thing, but I said, how important is it for you to get off to a good start in this football game? And he said, we have got to be able to establish something in our first couple of drives and try to keep Tinora out of the end zone. This is an offense that, you know, when you're throwing the football as much as Tinora does, they can get down the field in a hurry. So giving up this early touchdown, not what Andrew Mickey would love to have here, but we'll see what the Tinora offense can do as they get the football back here. A low line drive kick. The kicker slipped and fell. This will go off the hands of the return man. This is trouble back inside the 10. Out of the 20, picked up and across the 25. And this is, tell you what, making something out of nothing. I believe
that could have been an absolute disaster for the Ayersville Pilots. And so far, both times that they're on special teams receiving the ball, the first one was a penalty that brought the ball back, which get them in bad field position to start. And now they had this kick that was kind of a squib kick, but should have been fielded and should have been brought out. Could have been an absolute disaster. And again, another turnover for the Tinora Rams.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Ayersville offense on the 28-yard line. Two backs again in the backfield behind junior quarterback Brady Zartman. It'll be second man through. It's Burner, lowers his shoulder across the 30. He's going to pick up a handful of yards.
Boy, there really wasn't much there. Again, Burner's a big guy, and he's able to lean forward and get some positive yards on plays like that, where it doesn't have anything to start, but he's able to make something happen, which is good for this running game. They need to get positive yards every single play.
Well, I've got him down for 3 carries tonight. That puts him at 170 carries on the season. And you can tell he's the workhorse of this Ayersville offense. They'll be in an offset eye again. Second man through to the right side this time. And this is read by the Tinora defense and just nowhere to go. I believe that's Tucker Sproul with the football. And well, the Tinora defense shot the gap quick there, Andy, and able to wrap him up for no gain.
Yeah, there was absolutely nowhere to go right there. It seemed like they knew exactly what was going to happen before it even happened.
5:22 to go, opening quarter. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy here. 50th meeting between these two teams. A rivalry that, well, tied in the first year in 1976. Been pretty balanced since then. 25-23, Tinora with the lead in this series. And it'll be a keeper here for Zartman, and he just overshoots his intended target, but there's a penalty marker that flies in. I think we might have a little pass interference here. We'll check the penalty marker. It's another Service Master Restore penalty marker as the men in stripes will get together and sort this one out. If that's a Tinora penalty, that would give Ayersville a first down, and he kind of moved this ball out a little closer to midfield. And that's what it's going to be. The pass interference call is going to go against Tinora. I believe that was on Doug Hattemer, who was out there in coverage for the Rams.
Quarterback was able to roll out to the left, and he was able to kind of make a play there. However, it didn't feel like there was much happening. He threw that ball anyway, was able to get the pass interference penalty. I guess get a first down the way you can get a first down.
Well, that'll move the ball out to the 45-yard line, and for Ayersville, you know, not much on that first drive. Now can they get a little bit? We talk all the time how important momentum is in high school football. Is this enough to spark a little something here for the Ayersville Pilots? First and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Two backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Burner left side. He'll dive forward. He's going to get about 3 out to the 48-yard line. And another nice run. Again, Andy, nothing flashy with Burner, but I'll tell you what, he lowers that shoulder, keeps the legs churning, and he's able to pick up 3 yards, 4 yards of carry. Occasionally breaks it a little bit more. 3 yards of carry, though, that keeps you on schedule.
It does. And, you know, he's a big guy. One guy is not bringing him down easily. You've got to bring 2 or 3 guys to get on him to bring him down. That's why he's able to get 2 or 3 yards after contact.
Second and 7, ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Two backs again in the backfield. First man through is Burner. He's got space this time out near the first down marker. He's going to be about a yard or two shy, but another nice solid run. Mixing up the look out of that backfield. You see the same set every time. Backs kind of shift around a little bit to Andy, but you just never know who's going to get the football. First man, second man, what hole they're hitting. Nice job by the Pilots to mix it up.
Yeah, now they're moving fast.
Trying to get a little hard count here. And it'll be second man through this time is Burner again. He's going to have enough for an Ayersville first down into near the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 6 and another strong run from Eli Burner.
Yeah, it was a great run and great discipline by the Tinora Rams defense as Ayersville was clearly trying to draw them off sides there and get that penalty. It's been a lot of penalties, so maybe play the penalty game there. However, Tinora had some discipline there, was able to hold it. However, Ayersville was able to get the first down, of course.
3.5 and rolling in our opening quarter. Pilots looking to answer the Tinora touchdown as Artman's back to pass. Quick slant on the right side. It's hauled in out across the 30 inside the 25. That's Dane Ewers. And that young man has got a big catch, and this is going to be a big gain for the Pilots all the way down to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 21 and a Ayersville first down.
Yeah, and Dane is 6'4", 175 pounds, and he threw that ball up in the air, and he caught it with his hands. I love watching receivers that catch the ball with their hands. They can use their hands to pull that ball in. And there wasn't even really a defender there. He was able to dodge a tackle and get some extra yards.
Inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone of the Pilots, it'll be first man through. This is Berner with it again. He's pulling defenders, and this is going to be a West Banco touchdown, 19 yards for Eli Berner, and the Pilots will answer the Tinora touchdown.
Boy, again, you talk about momentum. That seemed like sheer determination by the running back right there, as he was contacted a handful of times before he was able to drag 2 or 3 Tinora Rams into the end zone for a touchdown. Great job by Berner.
Well, give credit to that line up front too, Andy. They made a nice sizable hole for him to get through. And this will be Jackson Stanball on for the point after, as the Pilots will set to that left side, and assuming they're going to shift over. Yep, here they come. Now they're set. Snap is high. They get it down. Kick is on the way, and it is going to be pulled off to the left. And not a good snap, but nonetheless, it'll be off to the left, Andy. So Tenora's going to hang on to the lead, but what a nice touchdown run there for Eli Berner, the senior running back for the Pilots. His 11th touchdown of the season. He goes 19 yards, and the Pilots are on the board. They trail 7-6. 2:47 to go in our opening quarter. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann. Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy of the DCTV Sports Crew here with you on week number 8 of the high school football season, as these two teams have traded touchdowns now here in this opening quarter. And Andy, we were just kind of talking about this. Nothing fancy from Eli Berner, but he is a tough kid. 5'11", 195, but he runs like a big full package back.
Yeah, and he's very, very hard to bring down. Also want to give credit on that drive to Brady's Artman, a guy that they don't like to throw the ball a lot, the Ayersville Pilots don't. That was an excellent slant pass to a big wide receiver to get them in position. You need leadership to turn the momentum so that you can stay in this game. It's easy to get down, being down 7-0, but they came back at 7-6. It's a whole new ball game.
Ensuing kickoff as the Pilots and Jeremiah Peak will tee this one up at the 40-yard line. Homecoming night here for the Pilots, and it'll be taken inside the 20, out across the 30 to the 35-40. Got all kinds of space on that far sideline. That's Garrett Sheets for Tinora, and this will be solid starting field position all the way out at the 40-yard line for the Rams.
He was able to get that kick in the air. It was a pretty short kick, though, being able to receive it on the 20-yard line, and they were able to get an extra 20 yards out in return.
So it'll be first down and 10 now. Again, junior quarterback Owen Farrell will bring his offense to the line. He'll have 2 backs, looks like, in the single back with him and a little H-back action. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Now motion, and I think we got a little extra motion. And that's going to be an official's timeout, excuse me. We'll see what happens here. I think they're having potentially some trouble with the chain on that far sideline is what they're looking at. It's an official's timeout. As we mentioned, Andy, homecoming here tonight. Congratulations to Levi McConnell, named the homecoming king, and Alexa Grieve, homecoming queen here in the pregame festivities.
Yeah, and the Ayersville Pilots are really going to miss Levi McConnell. He's a leader on the offensive line and really a great blocker. Missing tonight because of an injury.
Yep. Yeah, and that's one of those guys that plays both sides, offensive line and defensive line. I think they got the chains situated on that far sideline. So here we go. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line as the whistle sounds. And it'll be one back in the backfield behind Farrell. And now we've got motion. And that'll be a Service Master restored penalty. Another false start against Tinora. And just like that, behind schedule go the Rams.
Yeah, and this would be a big stop for the Ayersville Pilots. This home team here, they need to keep the momentum going, and this is just one way of doing it. And then we talked about this, all the penalties last week from the Tinora Rams, jumping off sides. Hopefully they can get some of that discipline taken care of tonight, because those are the types of mistakes that you just can't make in a game with this kind of weight to it.
First down and 15 on the 35-yard line now. Farrell back to pass, going right side. It'll be complete. Back across the original line of scrimmage. That was Parker Hancock, the senior wide receiver, who will pick up his first reception of the night. And that's going to be a gain of, it's like about 8, and a nice pickup there to kind of get them back on track after the penalty.
Yeah, and what a quick release there. Ayersville brought some guys. They were able to get a little bit of pressure, but he was able to get that ball out fast to an open receiver. Nice pass, nice catch, nice little extra run to get themselves back in with the chains.
So it'll be second down now and 7. Farrell back to pass, and it'll go right side again. This will be hit, and he's going to fall forward enough for the first down as Josh Lieb picked that one up. And, a nice second, third effort there from Josh Lieb to get that first down.
Yeah, and Josh, he's tall, 6'2", 200 pounds. He was able to push those guys back. Again, they were right there to make that play, to make that tackle, to keep them from getting the first down. Sheer determination by the young man.
Gain of 10 will put this ball as a first down and 10 for the Rams. And just like that, you see how quickly they're able to move down the field here. And it'll be a first down run for Hattemer. He's going to be smoked in the backfield. I'll tell you what, that was a nice job. I was trying to see who shot the gap there, Andy, but nice job of reading that play, and that's going to be a big loss on first down.
Yeah, boy, it felt like somebody missed the block there. They just came in clean, almost took the handoff away from the quarterback there.
So it'll be a loss of 5 for Hattemer, and I'll tell you what, he no more got that football, and there were 2 or 3 blue shirts waiting for him, and Rams will have to regroup here. Second down and 15 back at the 47-yard line. Empty backfield. Farrell passes complete to the right side. This will be hauled in by
Dylan
Shively. So Shively will haul that one in.
Brings up a third down.
And they're going to get that 7 yards back.
Boy, they really like that route with Dylan Shavley. He's had it a couple of times and had a couple of great receptions.
So big third down here for the Tinora Rams. It'll be third down and 6. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line of Ayersville. And back to pass is Farrell. He's looking for it all down the right sideline. There's some space, and I'll tell you what, a nice job of creating that on that far sideline is Shively was able to get a little bit of cushion behind his defender, but that ball was just a little overthrown.
Yeah, what an excellent route right there. He had 3 yards on his defender. And honestly, it was a pretty good pass. It hit him right on the fingertips, just a hair too far.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and this will be a punting situation. So we think anyways. Parker Hancock, who stands at his own 40-yard line. The snap is there, and the punt will be a line drive kick that's going to hit inside the 10-yard line, and this will be down. And the Pilots are going to have a long field to go here in the final seconds of this first quarter.
Yeah, but the Pilots have to be pretty happy with that stop right there.
First and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could see the momentum kind of growing a little bit for the Tinora offense. They are able to stick with it, stick it out, make a big stop on the second down, and then that pass a little too much on third down. It's a big stop for this Ayersville defense, and now the Pilots have a chance to maybe get down the field here and get some points and take their first lead of the night.
Watching this game so far, it feels like Ayersville has won in the trenches too, and of course that just wears down another team. So hopefully they can push them around a little bit here, get some positive yards, keep that momentum, march all the way down the field and get their score.
First down and 10, ball spotted at the 7-yard line. It'll be Just a first down run. Burner will hit the hole, and he's going to get a nice solid gain on first down. And again, nothing fancy from Eli Burner, but it's very effective for this Pilot offense and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and he's able to follow and read his blocks well. It's really nice for a guy that size to not get hit until it's by a linebacker or safety.
Well, we're going to switch ends of the fields. We played one here in this 50th edition of the River Bowl. Tinora leads Ayersville 7-6. Second quarter next here on DCTV Sports.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush and Andy Tracy with you here as we get our stat tracker, courtesy of our friends at Arthur Law Firm. Taking a look at the Ayersville Pilots, Eli Burner, 8 carries, 53 yards, and that 19-yard touchdown leading the way for Ayersville. Other than that, I've got Brady Zartman, 1 of 2 passing for 21 yards. That reception to Dane Ewers. Flip it over for the Tinora Rams. Owen Farrell, I've got him 7 of 11, 88 yards, the 15-yard touchdown pass that went to Owen Reynolds. Josh Lieb, a pair of catches for 28 yards. Dylan Shively, 3 catches for 37. And Doug Hattemer, the lone back so far, minus 3 yards in that first quarter, as just not a lot going on the ground here for the Tinora Rams.
Yeah, and you feel like that's a big part of the game here. If they're able to make Tinora one-dimensional and eliminate the run game altogether, that's going to help the defense to be able to get after that quarterback.
So it'll be second down and 3 for Ayersville. The ball spotted at their own 14-yard line as we flip into the field now. Andy, you'll have a better view from this side, at least for the moment.
Yeah, it's very nice to be able to see the field.
A very crowded press box up here tonight. It's end around on 2nd and 3. This is coming back. I believe there's another Service Master Restore penalty flag back in the backfield. It's in the area of holding, and that's what it's going to be. So that was a beautiful run on that end around for the Pilots. And that was Kobe Brown, the sophomore, a speedy guy, able to get the corner, Andy, but again, holding on the backside probably had no effect on the play.
No effect on the play whatsoever, just a lack of discipline and understanding. You got to know where the ball is going, and you got to be able to not make those mistakes to keep the momentum for your team.
So that would have been a first down out across the 20. Now they're going to spot this. We'll see where they're going to put it down. So they'll spot this at the Ayersville 7-yard line. Get into these down there, you get into those half the distance things, and my math kind of gets thrown off a little bit. So they're going to put it down at the 6 or 7 yard line. I don't think they know. Second down and 11. Clock spins. We're opening minute of our second quarter as it'll be a quick pass for Zartman.
Oh, what a move.
What a move on that far sideline by Dane Ewers. He's going to get all the last back and more all the way out near the 40-yard line. That is a huge play. What a move by Dane Ewers on that far sideline.
Yeah, he was able to come back and get the ball, and then he turned and he faked himself to the right and was able to get towards the sideline and get a whole lot of positive yards. Excellent move, excellent play by the Ayersville Pilots.
Give him 31 yards on the pass completion. They don't throw a ton, Andy, but it's been effective here tonight. I've got Zartman down 2 of 3, 52 yards. Both of those completions to Ewers, 1 of 21, 1 of 31. First down, it'll be a quick run inside and just nowhere to go for Burner. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but nothing more. And a nice job there by the Tinora defense to kind of reset a little bit after that big play.
Yeah, and Tenora's game plan is pretty clear as you see they're stacking the box to stop the run, which is leaving the wide receivers man-to-man out there, and hopefully Zartman and Ewers can continue to make those positive pass plays. It's great play calling by the coaches there. They're setting everything up, going back to their bread and butter, which is their running game, but able to mix it up enough to get some positive yards in the passing game.
Second down at 10. We got another penalty marker, and this is going to go against the Tinora Rams. coming from this near sideline. They're going to say this is a neutral zone infraction against Tinora. So just like that, 2nd down and 10 becomes 2nd down and 5. And boy, if you're Ayersville, that just opened everything way back up on the playbook. And you can see Eric Becker on that far sideline not happy with that call at all. He's got his hands in the air like, what the heck are you talking about? But nonetheless, that service master restore penalty against Tinora, and it's 2nd down and 5 now for the Pilots at the 38-yard line. First man through, and there's plenty of room out across the out across the 50. And we got another penalty marker here. Berner's got the carry. He's got enough for the 1st down, but will it hold?
What an excellent run there. Again, he's not making contact with anybody until he gets out in the backfield. Another penalty by Tinora.
So they're going to give him a gain of 9, and I believe this is going to be a face mask against Tinora. So tack 15 yards onto that's a personal foul, Andy. So that gain of 9 just became a gain of 24, and this will take the ball all the way down into the Tinora side of things at the 32-yard line, and that's a huge penalty to go against Tinora.
Yeah, and you felt like the Ayersville Pilots were in trouble. They were 2nd and 11 on the 7-yard line, their own 7-yard line, but they've been able to make some big plays. There's been some bad penalties by Tinora, and now they're getting ready to potentially score.
1st and 10 now at the Tinora 33-yard line. It'll be a toss to the near sideline, and just not a lot of room. Defended very well by Tinora. Trying to see the first man through is... Looks like Gusweiler was the first man through.
Tackled by number 11, Josh Lieb.
Josh Lieb in there for Tinora as well, as we have an injured Tinora Ram, and they're going to say that Berner got back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. So injury timeout, we'll take it with them. 10:06 to go, 2nd quarter, 7-6 Tinora. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy with you. Week number 8 of the high school football season, and well, the 50th meeting between these two teams. Andy, we kind of mentioned earlier, Tinora leads the series 25-23. The one tie coming back in 1976 in the very first meeting between these two teams. It's always you throw the records out, and that's what both of these coaches will tell you. Records aside, this is always one of the hardest fought games. Again, playing against some of the parents work together, they know each other, the kids know each other. They've been playing summer baseball together since they were 7 years old or whatever. And hey, you mentioned it too. You've coached some of these kids, seen some of these kids, different things. This is two communities separated by a river 10 miles apart, and it's a rivalry like nothing else here in Northwest Ohio.
Yeah, and it's such a challenge for these guys. I mean, again, they see each other on a regular basis. Defiance is not a great big area, yet they loathe each other just for games like this, and it's so fun. It's a great rivalry. It's a great time, and like you said, these teams want to spoil each other's seasons. That's what they want to do. They don't want to just win the game. They want to make sure that playoffs are out. They want to spoil each other's seasons, and they get those opportunities often because this is such a good rivalry.
Looks like the injured Ram is Brock Bailey, who's able to kind of limp off on his own power there. So good to see him getting to the sideline of his own. But we're going to go back to live action now. Loss of 1 on that previous play by Berner. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11.
What an excellent job by Tinora, though, sealing that right side, making sure that he couldn't get outside. He tried to cut back. When he cuts back, there's 2 or 3 guys there waiting for him because that's where the linebackers are sitting.
Motion from the left, and it'll be second man through. Falls forward for a gain of a couple. We're trying to see. Yeah, it was Berner again with the football, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage plus a few more, give him a gain of about 4.
number 11.
And again, there was nothing there. He was able to get 4 yards just because he seems to be bigger and stronger than everybody else on the field.
Well, and again, it's obviously a credit to the Ayersville coaching staff. They can see what a hard worker is, and he's carried the load for this team by far, more carries than anybody else or more plays than anybody else this season. And it's kind of one of those things. You know what's coming, but you still got to stop it. They'll fake it. Now it's an end around, and this will get some space. Gains a few yards, Ryan Johnson, but another penalty marker comes in. And this is going to be another hold against Ayersville, another Service Master restore penalty. And I'll tell you what, lots of tugging on jerseys tonight, and these officials, I think, have seen every single one of them.
Boy, if you're a coach for either the Tinora Rams or the Ayersville Pilots, this has to be very, very disappointing for you. You want good, clean football. That's the entire thing. Beat me? Okay. Me beat you? Yes, that's what I want to do. But losing because of discipline, because of penalties, that's just a problem that no coach wants.
Yeah, like you said, beat me or beat you, but don't beat ourselves. And, well, that's going to have to be the message from both of these coaching staffs in the locker room at halftime. Now 3rd down and 16, and this is not a comfortable situation for Ayersville as they don't throw the ball a ton, but Zartman looking to come down this near sideline. He's got a pass that's going to be up for grabs and just out of the hands of Dane Ewers. I'll tell you what, nothing shy of great effort on this near sideline in double coverage, and Ewers just about came down with that football.
Yeah, just throw it up to the big man, the tall guy down the sideline, see if you can make a play.
4th down.
So to bring up 4th down for Ayersville in a punting situation here. And if you can get a good punt off here, Andy, this might set up what could be the worst field position for Tinora so far in this football game, and force the Rams to go down the field a long ways, and that's something they haven't had to do yet tonight. Stand ball punting from about midfield, and this is almost blocked. It'll hit outside the 10, and it's going to be a Tinora roll all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a nice punt from Jackson Stamball to pin Tinora deep. They're going to have to go a long way, and we'll see what Tinora can draw up here because they've had some pressure on the quarterback from this Ayersville defense. And again, we saw that if they watched film from last week against Wayne Trace, the Raiders had some really good success making Owen Farrell run and throw off his back foot. He was not comfortable the entire night and really kept the Tinora offense. And I think Ayersville's doing a nice job of bringing that pressure again here in this early on in this game.
Yeah, and you think this is an excellent opportunity for this. They're pinned back. They've got to feel a little bit of pressure and angst. You go after the quarterback, make him feel pressure, and hopefully you can get one of those turnovers that Tinora has been given all year.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams. Ball spotted at their own 6-yard line. Single back to the right of Farrell. And it'll be an inside give. This will be Hattemer with it, and he's going to fall forward. I don't think, and a penalty marker will fly in from the backside. Another Service Master restore penalty, and that's going to be against Tinora once again. Then
against the Rams.
We're going to see if they're going to take it or leave it. And they're going to decline that penalty. A nice job defensively by the Ayersville front to limit that gain, Andy. And that's an opportunity. That's actually lost a yard there, did Hattemer. So that's a great opportunity. You're not going to gain much on the penalty.
Because it's half the distance to the goal. And in that situation right there, it looked like the quarterback and the running back were completely on different pages. He turned to the left, the running back ran to the right. There was miscommunication there. They're lucky that wasn't a fumble and a big play by the Ayersville.
We had a defensive lineman jump for the Pilots, and that's a huge penalty. You had kind of that's going to be a offsides against the Pilots, so this is going to give Tinora a little bit of space, Andy. Just when you had him on the ropes a little bit, that mental mistake creeps in, and you're going to give him 5 free yards.
That was an excellent opportunity for Ayersville, licking their chops, ready to go after the quarterback, and then he got too anxious and was able to jump off sides.
So they'll go empty backfield again. Trips to the right of Farrell, 2 receivers to the left to our far sideline. And he's back to pass. He's got time. He'll come to the near sideline. That's complete. and it'll be taken across the 20 before he is just laid out on this near sideline as Kobe Brown came up, but that'll be enough for a Tinora first down. Trying to see who hauled that one in. It looked like Garrett Sheets with the reception.
What an excellent pass and catch there by the wide receiver and the quarterback. He was wide open. It was a great route. It looked like he cut under the other guys who were running deep, was able to get open and get the first down there for the Tinora Rams.
Gain of 13 for Sheets, and it'll bring up first down on the first completion of the second quarter for Farrell. He's got trips to his left. He's going to come back to the right, and it's just nothing fancy there. Just a quick completion to Parker Hancock, but it gets the job done, and that's going to be a gain of 7 on first down. And, well, it doesn't take a lot to move the ball down the field when you're getting guys that are open quickly like that, chunking off yards, 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Yeah, and you have to be excited about how many guys they're getting involved here. The Tinora Rams have hit multiple receivers several times, and so it's nice that nobody is being selfish. You have to throw the ball to this guy. No, they're getting everybody involved. They're making plays and able to get first downs.
I've got Reynolds for a catch for 15. I've got Lieb for 2 receptions for 28. Shively with 3 receptions. Hancock with 2 receptions, and Sheets with a catch tonight. Pass again, same play on this near sideline. It'll be complete again to Parker Hancock, and that's going to be just enough for the first down. They needed 3, and I think they got just about 3. But again, it's find the sticks, get there, and catch the football. And we got a sideline warning against Tinora, I believe.
But again, Parker Hancock, was that his second catch on the night? So you got 5 receivers involved. Third catch on the night, 5 receivers involved. They're able to spread that ball around. And that's great because then the defense can't key on any one player. You don't know who the ball is going to. Also, it's really nice running those quick routes, which is going to neutralize that pass rush for the Ayersville Pilots. Those quick routes make it where the guys don't have to block as long. And then again, you get those positive yards, which then opens it up for maybe a deep route in the future.
Well, and you see the difference between Owen Farrell when he has time, when he can set his feet, he makes solid throw. The guy's got a cannon. And then you look at when he's on the run, off balance, sometimes those throws aren't quite as accurate as it looks like we're going to get a measurement here. I guess that might not have been the first down catch. It looked like it was pretty. It looked like it was at the first down marker, but we'll see here as got a great angle from our camera guys. Shout out to our camera guys tonight, doing a great job. And
Go Giver Real Estate, Grant Insurance, Smiles of Ohio, Record and West Banco. Thank you for your generous support of the Ayersville Athletics.
that'll be a first down for Tinora. And well, I tell you, they did about everything they could there, Andy, to get every link of that chain out, but it's enough for a Tinora first down.
Sure added drama to the play right there, as we weren't sure if it was a first down, and they measured it once, then they measured it twice, then they adjusted the chain, but it sure enough was a first down.
7:52 to go here before halftime. Again, stick around. Coming up at halftime, we will get you performances from both of the marching bands. Give us a chance to catch our breath here after halftime. 5 receivers set for Farrell, back to pass. Pocket breaks down, he's got pressure now, he rolls to his left. He's gonna throw this one out into the stands, and well, I'll tell you what, as much pressure was coming there, how about credit the Ayersville secondary, because Owen Farrell made a lot of time for himself, but just had nowhere to go with the football.
Yeah, he was able to extend that play. It seems like one of the guys could have wiggled open, but there was nobody there. And a good, smart play by Owen Farrell, who was able to throw it out of bounds to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Seems like there's a lot of discussion out here. Is there a flag?
I'm not 100% certain what they're doing. Well, this is going to be a personal foul against Ayersville. Well, the penalty marker was on the far sideline. I didn't see what happened over there, Andy, but well, this is going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Pilots, and this is a big one. as it'll move the ball all the way out near midfield now and give Tinora a fresh set of downs. And we saw this on the last drive for Ayersville. They got that big penalty and kind of sparked a little extra momentum for them and able to go down and get those points on the board. But well, this is a big one here for Tinora to see what they can do now. Ball out at the midfield stripe.
Boy, again, just a nonsensical penalty. These are the types of things that you just have to make sure you button down. This is a competitive game. It's always a competitive game. And it seems like tonight, whoever gets the least amount of penalties is going to win.
Well, Andrew Mickey getting an explanation over on the sideline there. You can see is trying to figure out what's going on as far as what that penalty looked like. It was on the far sideline. I didn't even see the penalty marker come in, but nonetheless, here we go. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line for the Rams as Farrell will have an empty backfield again in this 5-receiver set looking to throw. He's got time. Now he's going to come back to the left side as his receiver fell down. He would have been wide open, and that would have been a lot of green grass in front of Parker Hancock, but it looked like he might have slipped on the turf there. It'll fall incomplete.
Boy, and again, Farrell had plenty of time back there for guys to be able to wiggle open. Seemed like he had a couple of guys that were able to get open, but the one he threw it to was on the ground.
Clock stops, 7:28 to go before halftime. Good to have you along here on week number 8 from Craig McCord Field in the 50th meeting between Ayersville and Tinora. Get an empty backfield for Farrell. Trips to his right, 2 receivers to his left as he's got pressure coming from that far sideline. He'll dump the pass complete out there. It'll be a hard-fought couple of extra yards. And that'll be Hancock with the reception on that far sideline again.
Boy, and what a great job by Owen Farrell. You're taught as a quarterback to be able to read the blitz and you throw it to the side of blitz because that's where your quick read is. He was able to find a guy open and be able to get some real positive yards there as he was under pressure.
Check that, the completion to Reynolds there, but gain of 6 brings up 3rd down and 4 just in Ayersville territory. As the Pilots look like they're going to bring pressure here on 3rd down as they got all kinds of guys. Now they'll drop some back in coverage, but pressure coming as Farrell will roll to his right. He's going to give chase, and now he'll complete this one down near the 30-yard line, and that's a nice job by Dylan Shively. Goes up and gets the football and gets both feet down.
Another great catch, using your hands like that above your head to be able to bring that ball down. Good job by both the quarterback and the wide receiver. Quarterback extending the play, wide receiver being able to wiggle himself open, be a big target for your quarterback so that he can see you and make that easy pass and catch for the first down.
I've got Farrell now for 131 yards here in this first half as the Rams are on the move again at the 32-yard line of Ayersville.
Owen Farrell is not the biggest guy, 5'10", 150 pounds, but he sure throws a nice ball.
Pressure coming in. He eludes the rush. Now he loses the football back near midfield, and he'll fall on it. It's going to be a big loss all the way back near the midfield stripe, and that is a huge play for Ayersville. Lucky there. That's 16 yards backwards for Owen Farrell. And boy, that he just everything he could to fall on the football.
It just looked like it slipped out of his hands. He was able to make a move on the guys that were coming in. He was rolling out to his left, and it looked like the ball just slipped right out of his hands.
Well, again, credit the Ayersville defense. They have been putting pressure on Owen Farrell all night long, and that time just forcing him to a spot where he just was not comfortable with anything, and that's a big loss of 16. And it'll bring up a 2nd down now in 26, and Tinora's going to burn their first time out of the game. We'll take it with them. 6:22 to go before halftime. Tinora leads Ayersville 7-6. Back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy with you. Tinora clinging to a 7-6 lead here with 2nd down and 26. And Andy, we're kind of talking in the break there. This is a huge opportunity for the Ayersville defense here. If they can make a couple of good plays here, this is now not 4-down territory for the Tinora offense. They need 2 big stops here, and they can get the football back with plenty of time before halftime.
Yeah, and you feel like Mickey right now. What he's saying is you have to be disciplined. We cannot give free yards here. Feels like the last couple of times that they've had plays like that where they've gotten Tinora behind the chains, Ayersville has made a penalty that is getting them back into the ball game. Right now, maintain your disciplines, stay in your lanes, get after the quarterback, because this is a good pressure situation. Get after that quarterback. Another sack, another loss could really give you a good advantage, especially with field.
So it'll be 2nd down and 26. Ball now back at the 48-yard line. It's empty backfield, and it'll be a quick hitter to the near sideline, and this will be complete for a gain of a couple. Now turns it into a gain of more. And that was a nice job by Josh Lieb to kind of make a little something out of nothing there.
Yeah, he threw that ball behind the line of scrimmage, which you felt like was going to be another loss. But Lieb was able to wiggle free from the first tackle, drag a couple of guys with him, get some positive yards.
Gain of 6, and this will still be a very long 3rd down here for Tinora. 3rd down and 20. They've got to get all the way down to the 22-yard line. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Farrell in shotgun formation, back to pass. Just a 3-man rush from Ayersville. He's got time. He's going to hoof this one across the middle, and this will be intercepted. Our first turnover of the night, and that one's picked off by Owen Lloyd, and he'll go out of bounds. And that's one of those things. That pass was off the mark, way out in front of his receiver, and into open arms of Owen Lloyd.
Yep, Owen Lloyd was just playing center field right there. It looked like it was almost a pass intended for Owen as he was wide open out there ready to catch that ball.
So that will definitely, and again, you got 3rd and long there. It's almost as good as a punt, Andy. You take a shot down the field, but nonetheless, Lloyd with a big turnover there, our first one of the night here in this River rivalry.
Yeah, and Owen Farrell has not made many really bad passes. That one was just nowhere near one of his wide receivers.
Pilots will take over on their own 12-yard line. Service master restore penalty marker flies in, of course, and that'll be a false start. So you're already backed up quite a ways here, and now you're going to get in the shadow of the end zone, and you'd like to see something happen. I mean, even if you don't get points out of here, you got to sustain the drive. You got to get some clock spinning. You got to get some time off of here because we've seen what Tinora is able to do to get down the field. They can chuck off yards pretty quickly, but Ayersville's got to be able to sustain something here on this drive.
Yeah, and get yourself in some better field position. You don't want Tinora to be on this side of the field.
5:30 to go before halftime. 1st and 15 now. Motion from the left, and it'll be the first man through. I believe that's Burner with it, and just a whole host of. Oh, now they're going to say the football came out. We'll see what happens here. I saw the beanbag come out, and that'll be a Tinora football as I believe Owen Burner coughed that one up, and well, just like that, if you're Tinora, you're going, wait a minute here. This is even bigger for Tinora. They're going to have great field position.
Ayersville with a great turnover. First play, false start. Second play, fumble. Got to maintain your discipline out there to be able to win this ball game. Tinora can go up by a full score +1 right here, which is very, very helpful against a team that doesn't like to play fast offense.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams now. 1st down and goal at the 8, and this will be Hattermer with it. He's going to go up the middle. He'll be tripped as he goes into the end zone, and the Rams will capitalize immediately, and that's an 8-yard West Banco touchdown run for Doug Hattermer, and the Tinora Rams will extend their lead coming off that turnover.
Yeah, what a great play call right there. They spread the defense wide, and they were able to run it up the middle. It felt like Ayersville, you talked earlier about a game of momentum. They looked like they had their heads down right there, that they had kind of already lost this series and were not really ready to play defense.
Hancock on for the point after. Kick is on the way, and I believe he pulled that one to the left, so the point after is no good. And that will be a big...
A big missed extra point, of course. That really helps Ayersville because now they were 1 touchdown and 1 2-point conversion, or could have been 2-point conversion behind. Now they're just 1 touchdown, 1 extra point behind, and they can really make this an even ball game. 5:15 left is plenty of time to play the football that Ayersville likes to play. again, like you said earlier, you need to sustain a drive. You need to be positive yards and get into some positive field position. And you can make that 5-15, get down there, score, and tie this game up at halftime. And again, then you come out, and it's a different ballgame.
So a big touchdown there. I mean, kind of a big, all kinds of things happened there in 3 plays.
Yeah, big turn of events.
Interception. Ayersville gets the ball. And then they get the false start penalty, then they fumble. Now it's a touchdown, Tinora. This is swung back and forth in about 3 plays, and now Ayersville's going to have to answer once again to stay in this ball game. You don't want to fall behind too far to this Tinora team going into halftime. Remember, Tinora deferred, and they will get the kickoff in that second half as well. So very important drive coming up here for this Ayersville offensive squad. Hancock has it teed up at the 40. It's a line drive kick. It'll be taken at the 18-yard line. Out across the 20, 25. Got space on that far sideline at the 30. Out across the 45-yard line. And that is a huge return for Ayersville. And they're going to have a great starting field position here with just over 5 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, what a great kick and what a great return. This is an excellent opportunity for Ayersville, of course, to get themselves back in this ball game. Way to turn the momentum. It feels like now there's already a little pep in their step as they're running on and off the field.
So they'll spot the ball at the 45-yard line. So, again, if you're the Ayersville Pilots here, plenty of time. You got you got all 3 of your timeouts left. You got 55 yards to go. You got 5 minutes on the clock. And I bet Coach Mickey would love to pop this one in with the halftime just about to roll in. So it'll be a run on first down, and this will be a gain of 3. And they go right back to Eli Berner.
Yep, and just play your game here. Continue to work on that front. The offensive line for the Ayersville Pilots has been able to do a little bit of a good job pushing around the defensive line of the Rams. Just stick with your game plan. You don't need to do anything special. You don't need to get ahead of anything. Just do your game.
Gain of 3, second down and 7. 2 backs in the backfield again behind Zartman, and he'll be second man through, a little misdirection. And there's some space inside Tinora field. We're going to say gain 3. That was Tucker Sproul, only his second carry of the night. And you get a little different look out of Tucker Sproul than what you do from Eli Berner. And again, 3rd down and 4. This is a manageable 3rd down for the Pilot offense.
Yeah, but it's also a must-get 3rd down with only 4 minutes left in the half.
They'll break the huddle and come to the line. 2 backs again in the backfield behind Zartman. Now motion from right to left, and they'll toss it to this near sideline. He's got a little bit of space. They'll stretch it out. He's going to have enough for the first down, and that'll be Kobe
and
Brown
another
with
backside flag, it looks like.
Well, we got another. Yeah, you're right. And that's another hold against Ayersville. So the Pilots able to, Andy, you said it, extend this drive. You're going to get a new fresh set of downs. A little bit of misdirection in the backfield. You get that toss sweep, but it's going to come back on the hold.
And it was on the backside. It seemed like it was the exact same time as the hold before. It's not even part of the play. It's just you got to maintain your disciplines. Don't get ahead of yourself here. Allow that play to work out. It was a first down. Was able to get some new downs for the Ayersville Pilots. Now, again, they're behind the chains. 3rd down and long where they have to pass the ball. And again, not something that they really like to do.
3rd down and 14. So instead of first down at the Tinora 43, 44, now they got 3rd and 14 at their own 41. And this is, they're going to say an incomplete pass as they were looking out of the backfield, but it was blown dead as an incomplete pass. And they're lucky on that one because that looked like that was a backwards pass to me, but nonetheless, it's going to fall incomplete. And well, just not anything, it just didn't look comfortable there for the Ayersville offense.
No, and I think that was good recognition by the quarterback there, Brady Zartman, because the defender was right there and he was going to make a play. It looked like he threw it towards the ground so that only his receiver could get it if it was possible. However, it just wasn't possible, and it could have potentially been a fumble.
Stand ball high, booming kick. This is going to be short, though. It's going to hit at the Tinora 45, rolls down near the 41-yard line, and well, that short punt there, Andy, Let's flip this back a couple of plays. That would have been where they would have had first down and 10 without that penalty on the backside, like you mentioned. Instead, this is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Tinora offense to take over here with 3.5 to go before halftime.
Yeah, and it was just a big blown opportunity for Ayersville. Of course, they get to play their game, march down the field, make the score even going into the half. But now Tinora has an opportunity, and we know with Tenora's high-flying offense, they can march down the field really fast, and they can get a lot of points in a short amount of time.
3:27, 2 timeouts, and about 59 yards to go as Owen Farrell will come to the line. He'll have a single back in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side on 1st down and 10. And they'll run it on 1st down, and there's nothing there for Doug Hattemer. He's going to lose a yard back to the 40. And a nice job by the Ayersville defense. You got to give them credit. They don't see a lot of runs there, but you got to stay committed to and stay disciplined. And that's another loss for an Ayersville running back, or excuse me, for a Tinora running back. I've got Hattemer now 6 carries, just 3 yards. Of course, that 8-yard touchdown, a big part of that.
It is nice of them to be able to stick with the run game, though, because it sets up the pass game.
Ayersville shows blitz on 2nd down and 11. And he'll take the shotgun snap. Pressure coming. He's going to throw this one across the middle, and this will be defended nicely on the backside. That was Jackson Stamball reaching his paw in there. But we got a penalty marker on the, it wasn't on the play, it's on this near sideline.
On the play.
It's another, and we got a penalty marker in the backfield as well. So we got 2 penalty markers on here on the field, and we're going to have to sort this one out. We've got potentially a hold, maybe an offensive pass. I don't know. You don't see a lot of offensive pass interference.
Well, where those flags are, you're wondering if it's an offensive hold or potentially roughing the passer as there was a blitzer coming in.
So we have pass interference. Oh, they're not sure here. I think you're right on the roughing the passer. So we got pass interference against Tinora, and we got a roughing the passer against Ayersville. Those are going to offset. So we do have offsetting penalties. We're just going to do it all over, Andy. So I didn't see who the receiver was on this near sideline, but they're calling offensive pass interference here, and you were Johnny on the spot. That roughing the passer as Owen Farrell had a defender in his face. Got to hold up a little bit. Got lucky on that one, though. And we'll redo it at 2nd down and 11. Empty backfield again, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Just a 3-man rush, and there'll be plenty of room on that far sideline. It'll be complete, and more room for Owen Reynolds. He's going to have enough for a 1st down as he goes across the midfield stripe to the 49. So give him a gain of 11. It's going to be right at the 1st down sticks, and I think they're going to give him the 1st down. But a nice job there by Owen Lloyd recognizing what he had to get for that 1st down.
Yeah, and there was a man right there that was ready to make the tackle. He was able to shug him off and get the 1st down. What a great play by the wide receiver there. And again, the quarterback is recognizing, so is the wide receiver, the defensive packages. The guy was off of him playing man. He was able to turn and get a quick route and be able to get the 1st down.
Pilot's going to take a timeout here with 2:29 to go before halftime. We'll burn it with them. Back with more after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy, week number 8 of the high school football season. Records aside, these 2 teams are battling here in the 50th meeting. And, boy, I tell you what, this is a big drive for both of these teams, Andy. Ayersville has got to be able to do something here to hold them on this drive and not fall behind by 2 scores in this first half.
Yeah, and both teams really need to clean up these penalties. They just have to stop making all of these mistakes.
So 1st down and 10 now for the Rams in Ayersville territory at the 49-yard line. As motion from right to left, Farrell back to pass. He's got time. He hits as he's thrown, and this will be a jump ball. And what a nice job defensively And I'm trying to see who that was. Kobe Brown, the sophomore, gets up there, and I'll tell you what, that was a completed pass for a good gain, and Kobe Brown went up and knocked it right out of the hands of Josh Lee.
Yeah, and it feels like Farrell could have led his receiver a little bit better, and if he does, that could have potentially been a touchdown right there. Throws it a little bit short, and of course Brown was able to make the play.
So second down and 10. 2:23 to go as the clock stops. Single back now in the backfield behind Farrell, and they're going to toss it to that sideline, the far side for Jimenez. He's got some space. He'll turn it upfield near the 45-yard line, maybe the 46. So that's a gain of 3 for Jimenez. Technically his first run of the night. He had one earlier that was called back. I know, Andy, you're going to be surprised at this, but it was called back on a penalty.
Yeah, both of these teams, they've really got to tighten up the penalties. That was a great run, though, and it was really positive yards on the ground to get them in a manageable position.
Third down and 7 for Tinora. Ball spotted at the 46 as Farrell's back to pass. He'll unload across the middle behind his receiver. It's going to fall incomplete, and it will be decision time now for Eric Becker and the Tinora offense, because you're in kind of no man's land here. You could punt and pin Ayersville back deep, but do you go for it and trust your defense?
Looks like they're going to punt, and I think that's the right move. Ayersville has made too many mistakes on offense. They only have 6 points. They haven't been able to move the ball. They've had penalties. They've had, the fumble, turnover. Pin them back and play some good defense and hold on to your lead as you go into halftime.
Oh, and remember, Tinora will get the ball to start the second half, so I think I agree with you. I think this is a great move by Eric Becker, and this is going to be a nice punt from Parker Hancock. It's going to hit outside the 20-yard line, but it's going to get a Tinora roll down near the 15. That'll be a nice job of penning Ayersville back. They're going to have a long field here, Andy, and this is not a team that chunks off fields yards. As we've seen, it's 3-4 yards a down. Not a lot of time to work with here if you're the Ayersville offense.
No, but we know that they can pass and they can catch. We've had a couple of great receptions by Ewers and a couple of really good passes by Zartman, so they can do it. However, you still have 2 minutes left and you have your timeouts. Maybe do a mix of passing and rushing here just to get down the field, to get yourself some potential to score. Give yourself a chance to make those plays.
Zartman will come to the line, just a single back in the backfield on first down at 10 at their own 15-yard line. And it'll be just a quick give inside, and this will be Burner with it across the 20-yard line to the 21, give him 6. It looks like he's got a little bit of a stinger there. Now, this would be a big loss for Ayersville if that's Burner.
Yeah, you cannot lose Eli Burner. He's 5'11", 195 pounds. He's got 870 rushing yards coming into this game. He's been their leading offensive player. He's kind of been their whole offense for a long time here.
I've got him down for 15 carries and 75 yards in this first half, including that 19-yard touchdown scamper in the first quarter. So injured pilot, we'll take a timeout with them. 13-6 Tinora. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field as the training staff tends to Eli Burner, who took a pretty good shot up the middle on that run, and he's a tough kid. He's going to walk off on his own power, but kind of looks like he might be holding his hand. And sometimes you get those big runs up the middle, and you can take a helmet to the thigh, you can take it to the hand, you can take it to wherever, and they're going to take a look at him over here on the sideline. But we hope that young man's okay.
Yeah, we definitely do. We really want to see him play and finish this ball game. This is a rivalry game, and as a senior, you want to make sure that you're in for all of these plays. It's hard for guys like this because they've worked so hard. They love the game. They just want to play. And here he is on the sidelines hurt.
So the Pilots will come to the line. Second down and 4, ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Minute 53 to go before halftime. It'll be single back in the backfield behind Brady Zartman. who will look to throw on first down. He's going to come down this near sideline. Back, good pass for Ewers. It is called in at the 45. He's got room at the Tinora 40, and that is a huge play all the way into Tinora territory.
I tell you, Dane Ewers is a big boy with great hands. They're able to throw it up, and a really good positive yards right here without 24 yards without a penalty. That's
42.
exactly what they need. 42 yards without a penalty. Great play.
The other 4 and 2. A nice job by Ewers to go up and get that football. Contested catch, but a nice job of getting that. They're going to run it quickly on first down, and we'll see. Trying to see who came up with, or who run the football there.
Looked like Tucker Sproul was running the ball.
So Sproul will get a carry. He's going to gain 2 on first down. As we approach the 1-minute mark, Zartman will throw far sideline. This will be caught, and that's going to be hauled in by Jeremiah Peak. And another quick hitter there. And again, nothing fancy from Ayersville, but it's going to move the sticks down here. It's going to make it third down and manageable here. And that's a nice job by Ayersville to get down the field, Andy. And you mentioned it, giving themselves an opportunity to get some points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, and Ayersville has done a good job with their passing game. Again, they're a team that likes to run the ball, but right here they have to pass the ball, and they've done a good job with quick passes, deep passes. The receivers are finding their zones, getting open, and they're making great catches. Both of those catches were excellent catches and really good ball by Zartman.
We'll keep it here as, well, and again, when you don't throw the ball a lot, one of the things you want to try to do is give your quarterback an opportunity to complete something easy.
Yeah.
I mean, no throw is really easy, especially in a game like this, but they're not asking, I shouldn't say this because the throw he just made to Ewers down the sideline was a dime, but those little quick out patterns, giving him the opportunity to be successful.
Right, and this is a game of setup. And so you're running some of the short routes to be able to set up some of the longer routes, and then you have to throw some of the deep routes to make sure you're setting up some of the under routes. To be a complete team, you have to be able to run the ball, pass the ball deep, and pass those nice, easy in and out routes.
So it'll be third down, and he's going to come to the near sideline, and this will be just out of the hands of his intended target. Another nice thrown football by Brady Zartman. It'll be incomplete, as he was looking for Peak down that left sideline, but I like what they're trying to do here, keep Tinora off balance a little bit. Obviously, 4-down territory for you if you're if you're Ayersville here, so the Pilot's obviously going to go for this on 4th down and 3.
Yeah, and it feels like Tinora is trying to defend that end zone, and so they're kind of running the guys back deep. There was a stop-and-go route right there. The stop was open, it seemed like, before they tried to hit the go route.
So it'll be 4th down and 3 for Ayersville as Zartman under center, single back in the backfield, and they're just going to take a timeout here, and they're trying to get Tinora to jump offside. So 55 seconds before halftime, and Ayersville's going to burn their final timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
And we welcome you back to Craig McCord Field as, well, that's an interesting camera angle there, as our guys are getting a little bit creative tonight from the pylon down there in the end zone. But big 4th down here, Andy, for this Ayersville offense. If they can get a first down here, give themselves the opportunity. They've done a nice job of marching down the field. They had a long way to go. And this is a big 4th down here heading into halftime.
Yeah, and you don't like to see Owen Berner where he's got his pads off as he's being looked at by the training staff, because he would be the guy that you would expect to get the ball in this situation, just to get them the first down, to be able to give them a shot at the end zone. Now they have to be creative.
So it'll be 4th down and 3. Sproul in the backfield behind Zartman, and he will get the football. He's going to go right side, and he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see where they put it down from our angle. It looks like he might have it, and that's going to be enough for an Ayersville first down. Needed 3. Andy, I think he got 3.5.
Yep, and they got to be on the move because the clock is running.
Zartman will spike the football. So that'll stop the clock with 43 seconds left here before halftime. And again, you out of timeouts.
Yeah, it feels like in this situation, you got 43 seconds, you have 0 timeouts. You kind of go for the end zone. Incomplete passes are going to stop that clock for you. You go for the end zone, so if you can get the score, you get the score. However, if you get those inside passes and you have to run up and spike the ball again, you're just running out of downs.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Ayersville on their own 22-yard line. 43 ticks before halftime. Zartman back to pass as pressure comes. He's going to be hit, and that's the last thing you want to do there if you're Brady Zartman. He's going to take the sack, and that is going to burn a lot of clock here as the Pilots have got to get back to the line of scrimmage. 30 seconds in rolling here as the receivers were downfield. That's going to be a loss of 4 back to the 26-yard line, and you really don't have a down to spike it here as Zartman will go back to pass. He's going to go far sideline into double coverage, and this is over the head of everyone. It'll fall incomplete, and the clock will stop with 8 seconds to go. And I give credit to Ayersville there.
Yeah, they were able to get that play off, and they were able to throw it deep. Again, you're trying to do, kind of high risk, high reward, because the idea is even if there is an interception, there's only 8 seconds left, and they would have to march all the way down the field.
So the Pilots will have it here with.
It's 4th down, but it feels like you just throw it up to the end zone.
With 8 seconds to go here, you don't have much unless you get a very, very quick out. Zartman under center. He'll take the snap. Back to pass. He's going to go near sideline, and this will be juggled and almost intercepted, almost caught, and it will fall incomplete. And Tinora will have 2 seconds here on the clock, but I'll tell you what a nice job there by Ayersville. They gave themselves, Andy, even though they didn't come away with anything, you got to be happy with the fact that you didn't have any mistakes. You didn't have the brain farts. None of that stuff that held you up. You're able to move the ball down the field. You don't come away with anything, but that's a small win for Coach Mickey.
It sure is, and hopefully you can carry that momentum into the half a little bit. You do have Tinora has 1 play here, so you got to make sure you make the stop. I'm thinking Tinora is not going to do anything risky right here. Maybe down if they get the ball at the half, but Ayersville needs to be aware right here because there's a strong arm in that quarterback, Owen Farrell.
It'll be just a handoff to Jimenez left side. He's got a little bit of green space, but he'll fall forward across the 30-yard line, give him 5, but that will bring our first half to a close. And just like that, boy, we've played half here, Andy, and what a half it's been. 13-6 Tinora with the lead, but this has kind of been everything I think we expected as far as what to see out of these two teams.
Yeah, these two guys are battling. They're battling hard. However, it's just a lack of discipline when it's all about the penalties. I got a text from one of my friends just a little bit ago that said this game is gross. And he's right. They have to tighten that up so that they can come out and play some better football in the second half. And it's really both teams here. This is anybody's game. It's 13-6. It's only 1 score for Ayersville to get back in the game. Tinora does get the ball, and if they can get down and score, they can go up by 2 scores, which would be a real advantage for them because Ayersville, of course, only has 6 points and doesn't like to really play from behind.
Our halftime show tonight, courtesy of Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, and online at midwestcommunity.org. We're going to take a Midwest Community timeout, and then we will send it down to the field. We'll get both bands here tonight at halftime, and then we'll come back and break things down for you coming up in just a few minutes as the officials are still out there. I don't know if they're waiting for the teams to actually get to the locker rooms. Maybe it's a longer walk than normal. I don't think there's anything. So 13-6 Tinora with the lead here in the 50th edition of the River Bowl. Our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show rolls on after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Assistant band director and guard instructor Megan Wiles and drumline instructor Wade Fruit. Trained to go to the field by senior drum major Liam McMaster. Tonight, we present our Beatles show. Our first song revolutionized rock music way back in 1967, introducing listeners to the idea of a concept album. Its groundbreaking production and imaginative style changed how albums were made and listened to. Enjoy Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Released in 1963, our next song became the Beatles' best-selling single in the UK and helped spark Beatlemania worldwide. Its catchy "Yeah, yeah, yeah" hook became a cultural phenomenon, even influencing how pop music was written. Feel free to sing along. Here is "She Loves You." Our final tune is a unique mashup blending the psychedelic energy of Magical Mystery Tour and the iconic opening chord of A Hard Day's Night, this tune will take you on a magical ride from Beatlemania to their experimental era, all in one song. It's a journey through sound, style, and rock history.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and as the halftime show continues here, please welcome to the field the pride of Ayersville, your Ayersville Pilot Marching Band. Tonight, the rivalry takes a back seat because for this next performance, two skilled bands will unite as one. Give it up for the Tinora Rams and the Ayersville Pilot marching bands performing together in an electrifying masked band collaboration of Ozzy Osbourne's rock anthem, Crazy Train! time for the Tinora Rams Marching Band. Thank you for joining us tonight for that incredible performance of Crazy Train. But we're not done yet. The halftime show rolls on as the pride of Ayersville continues to bring the energy, the smiles, the feel-good vibes with a song that's sure to get you clapping along. Here is Pharrell Williams' hit, Happy. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more song to close out tonight's halftime show. To wrap things up, the Pride of Ayersville invites you to relive the fun and energy of the weekend with Katy Perry's hit song, Last Friday Night. The Ayersville Pilot Marching Bands are under the direction of Mr. Hunter DeWitt, assisted by Mr. Kerwin Hibbert, Major Advisor, Mrs. Emma Schaefer, and percussion instructor, Mr. Donovan Seeger. Senior field commanders are Alyssa Coble and Haley Hemingway. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you for your support of the high school music programs at Tinora and Ayersville. Go Pilots!
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy, and the DCTV Sports crew with you at Craig McCord Field here at Ayersville as we are getting set for second half action. Rams on top of the Pilots 13-6 as we take a look at our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured list, call the personal injury attorneys of the Arthur Law Firm, serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Let's start with Ayersville. I've got them down for 79 yards on the ground. And how about this, Andy? 98 yards through the air for 177 yards in that first half. Eli Berner led the way on the ground. He's got 15 carries for 75 yards, had that 19-yard touchdown, also had that fumble. Tucker Sproul, 4 carries for 8 yards. Through the air, though, Brady Zartman, how about this? He has completed 4 of 11, not super efficient. Keep in mind, a couple of those were those spikes at the end of the half, but he's got 98 yards in that first half, and they've all pretty much been to Dane Ewers. I've got him 3 receptions for 94 yards, receptions of 21, 31, and 42. It's a balanced look for Ayersville in this first half. Again, the health of Eli Berner will be a key to the second half, but I think a nice job of being a lot more balanced than we've seen this Ayersville Pilot team through weeks further through the first 7 weeks of the season.
Yeah, and as an Ayersville fan, you have to be excited about what they've done through the air right there. It's interesting to see that they have already in the first half what they've averaged every game so far this year, and so hopefully they can continue to open up the playbook, toss the ball downfield. Tinora is trying to stop the run. Ayersville is willing to launch the ball and see if they can complete some passes, and they've done a really good job doing that so far.
Flip it over for the Tinora Rams. I've got them down for 135 yards through the air, minus 4 on the ground in that first half. So a total of 131 yards in the first half. As far as the rushing attack goes, Abram Jimenez, 2 carries for 9 yards. Doug Hattemer, 6 carries for 3 yards in the touchdown. Of course, the negative comes on the sack to Farrell. Through the air, though, Owen Farrell's been very, very efficient here tonight. I've got him down 14 out of 22 through that first half. He had a touchdown and an interception in that first half, but spreading it around. And you mentioned this, and I think this is key for the Tinora offense. Josh Lieb, 3 receptions, 34 yards. Owen Reynolds, 3 receptions for 32 yards and the touchdown. Dylan Shively, 4 receptions for 51 yards. Parker Hancock, 3 receptions for 18 yards. And Sheets with that 1 reception for 13 yards. He's used 5 different wide receivers here tonight to spread the ball around. And when he's had time, when there hasn't been a lot of pressure in his face, he's been able to find those receivers.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job. He throws a really nice ball. With the exception of the 1 interception, he's had a heck of a game where he's been able to find the open receiver. He's doing a good job of reading the defense and being able to know which guy is going to be open at what time. He's able to throw a good ball, and I love it. I love that guys aren't just keying on one receiver. They love to pass the ball, and they're getting everybody in the game. He's taken what the defense is giving him, and they've been able to march down the field. Now, unfortunately for the Ayersville Pilots, they had that bad fumble right at their own 7-yard line, which gave them the advantage for Tinora to be able to score right there. It's been a relatively even game other than those turnovers right there. The one was more like a punt. We talked about that because he threw it deep. Guy caught it on like the 10-yard line as an interception, but the fumble on their own 7-yard line really, really hurt the Ayersville Pilots and gave the advantage to the Tinora Rams. Now, Tinora gets to come out with the ball, and again, they have not run the ball well, but they have continued to attempt the run, which keeps the defense honest. And so the defense can't just back everybody up and cover all of these receivers. No, they have to at least keep it honest, because the one touchdown was a rushing touchdown. So there was some positive yards on the ground. So both these teams, I like it. One loves to pass the ball, but they're keeping the other defense honest by running the ball. And the other one likes to run the ball, but they've been keeping the defense honest by passing the ball with a little bit of success on both sides.
Stats throughout the night made possible by Arthur Law Firm. Let's take a final time out on our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. When we come back, third quarter is next right here on DCTV Sports.
Westbanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused Westbanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Getting ready for third quarter action here. A couple of score updates for you in the GMC. Fairview on top of Edgerton 47-6 at halftime. Antwerp leads Wayne Trace 20-13. That game in the fourth quarter already. Wow. Paulding shutting out Hicksville 44-0. That's at half. And out of the WBL, Defiance is down to Elida 21-20. That game in the third quarter. It's opening kickoff of the second half will be dropped just across the 10-yard line. Now space to go across the 30, 35-40, and it'll be bumped out of bounds. I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous spot for Tinora, but a nice job of making something there, and they're going to have really decent starting field position considering that ball was fumbled back at the 10.
Yeah, and he made something out of less than nothing. That could have been a big-time trouble for Tinora. They could have turned the ball right away over to the Ayersville Pilots because he fumbled that kickoff. That's a live ball on the field, and anybody can pick it up for either team, and it becomes their ball.
So it'll be first down at 10 for the Rams. Opening drive of this second half, they lead 13-6. Ball to be spotted at the 35-yard line, and it'll be shotgun formation with a single back in the backfield behind Owen Farrell. He'll give it to Doug Hattemer, who goes left side on first down. He's going to gain 4 to the 39-yard line, and the Rams open up this second half running the football. And, well, Andy, we kind of talked about this. The Rams are only as good as they are when they're able to be two-dimensional, when teams are able to key on just throwing the football. But Cooper Replogle, their junior running back, who had 75 rushes for over 500 yards up until 2 weeks ago. He didn't play last week. We haven't seen him here tonight, but they just haven't been able to establish much on the ground in the first half here and again last week, as it'll be a quick slant completion out to the midfield stripe and into Ayersville territory. That's Dylan Shively with his first reception of the second half, and a nice thrown ball there from Owen. Farrell.
Really nice route, really nice thrown ball. Hit him right in the hands. Again, able to bring that in. We've got some great receivers here that are making some really, really nice plays. And like you said, both of these teams really like to function one-dimensionally, and that's not great for football. It's easier to stop that. The more you can open up the field with the run for Tinora and the pass for Ayersville, it's going to help both teams.
Gain of 12, and it'll be another run on first down for Hattemer. Tucker Sproul coming in on the stop for Ayersville, and that'll be a gain of nothing right back to the original line.
Yeah, and again, Tinora, they're really keeping Ayersville honest with just attempting those runs. Ayersville has won in the trenches. Tinora has really won with that turnover that was down in their own red zone area and able to make some big plays.
2nd and 10 now at the Ayersville 49. Single back in the backfield. Back to passes. Farrell, he's got pressure. Now he eludes it. He'll run to his left, and he will throw this one down the field, and almost completed that to Josh Lieb down the sideline, and just a little bit out of the reach of his receiver. And we got a penalty marker back here at midfield.
Boy, it feels like at halftime, you really got to tighten up those penalties. And so it feels like when the coaches were talking to them, they had to be a little bit aggressive. Guys, you have to play some disciplined football. We're already into this game, just a couple of plays, and we have some yellow on the ground.
Well, that's a roughing the passer penalty that's going to go against Ayersville. So this will move the football into Pilots territory a little more as they'll march this one off. That's a big one there as Owen Farrell is rolling out to his left. And again, I know it's hard to stop. You want to play to the whistle, but in those situations, you've got to make that smart play and pull out of that situation and not cost your team 15 yards.
It was almost an excellent pass and catch by Owen Farrell and the receiver there, as he was able to elude some pass rush there where Ayersville was able to get some pressure on him. He was able to roll out and make that pass. The wide receiver got behind the DBs and could have made a big play for a touchdown there.
So Andrew Mickey on this near sideline asking for an explanation on what exactly the penalty was, and the motion from the referee was that the hand chuck came out, and now they're having a discussion here about, I'm guessing Andrew Mickey didn't like that penalty call.
Well, when Owen Farrell rolls out like that, he's a runner until he passes that ball, because he was actually getting ready to move forward with the run. It looked like he had it tucked, pulled it back out, and threw the ball down the field.
So it'll be first down and 10, 34-yard line. Hattemer left side. He's got some footwork working for him and not much space. He's going to gain about 2 yards on that far sideline, and a lot of nifty moves, but not much to show for him.
Well, we got another flag on the play. It looks like a chop block by Tinora.
Yep, that's going to be here. Johnny on the spot there. Another Service Master restore penalty, and that's going to back the Rams up. And, boy, Andy, we're a half a dozen plays into this third quarter, and we've already seen our fair share of laundry on the field.
Yeah, just way too much. You want these guys to be able to play football, not move the ball up and down the field with these yellow flags all the time. However, they just got to do it. They got to play some clean ball. I hear a lot of people blaming the officials out there, but Tinora and Ayersville just need to be more disciplined and do a little bit better job of doing their job on the field without these penalties.
Well, if anything, this has been penalties on both sides. You can't say it's really been favored one way or the other as Farrell launches the ball down the near sideline. This will be caught, a contested catch. Dylan Shively will haul this one in inside the 20-yard line, near the 15-yard line, and that is a big play of 34 yards and a man's catch there for Dylan Shively.
Yeah, that was just an excellent job, and Kobe Brown was there to defend him, and he went up and took that ball right out of his hands. They were wrestling for it, and again, Shively, great route, great catch, able to come down with it and really move the ball down the field.
So it'll be first down and 10 now inside our Stayball Jewelers red zone for the first time here in this third quarter, as the Rams would look to go up 2 scores here, as they'll have it at the 14. Hattemer right side. He's going to be over the first defender, going to fall forward near the 10-yard line. They'll give him 3. And again, just trying to do something to keep Ayersville from dropping too many guys back in coverage.
Yeah, and it looked like the guy could have tackled him in the backfield. He was able to break one and get some positive yards. However, nice, 2 plays in a row without yellow on the ground, so that seems positive.
We're taking every win we can get here. Under 9 minutes to play here, third quarter, 2nd and 7, ball at the 11-yard line now for Tinora, as Hattemer will be in the backfield behind Farrell. And it will be a fake give. He's going to go for the touchdown in the back corner, and this will be a penalty marker coming. And I'll tell you what, it was good defending out there. However, he did not turn his head back to the football, and that is going to get you the penalty on the contact. And that's going to be pass interference against Ayersville.
He did not play the ball. He played the player right there, was able to get his hands on him, and it looked like a little bit of shoving. And there's a penalty against Ayersville.
So that is another Service Master restored penalty, this time against the Pilots. And again, the key there, you got to get the head around. You got to see where the football's at. You got to try and play the football, and they'll let some of that contact go, but just not able to do that in that far corner. And it'll move the ball. It won't be a first down, as it's now spotted at the... Now they're still moving the football around. And they put it down at the 6-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down at about 2. And it'll be Jimenez with it. He breaks the tackle in the backfield right side. He's going to be hit and dropped just short of the goal line. We'll give him 5 on the carry for Abram Jimenez, just his 3rd of the night. I think he's had a couple more that were called back by penalties, but it'll be first down and goal for Tinora. Ball spotted at the 1 yard line, and well, this would be a big touchdown here for Tinora, Andy.
It will, and you wonder if they're going to try and power through this Ayersville defensive line, who's been able to get some good penetration on the Tinora offensive line.
Jimenez in the backfield behind Owen Farrell on first down and goal at the 1. He'll stretch his receiver on that far sideline, now motion in the backfield. And it'll be a direct snap, and we got a penalty marker coming. I think this is going to be a false start. I thought Waleed looked like he kind of moved forward, and when he came across the line, that's going to be an illegal shift, yep. So negate the touchdown. I see what they were trying to do there. They brought Lieb in motion, put him under center, and he's just going to take the ball straight forward. But it looked like he went forward before taking that snap.
Yeah, and it looked like the wide receiver was moving a little bit too, and so, of course, it was an illegal shift. Could have been multiple guys in motion. Just didn't work out. I'm not quite sure what the exact play was. There were so many guys moving at once right there, and they were able to try and trick them to get in the end zone, but it did not work.
First and goal now at the 6 yard line. Farrell will stand at shotgun formation. Jimenez behind him. 2 receivers either side. And he will give it. Nope, he's going to fake it. Now he's looking to throw. He'll go to the corner of the end zone, and this is defended exceptionally well in the corner of the end zone. And that was Jackson Stamball who got in there and put the paw on it and knocked that down. Great defensive play there by Stamball.
Yeah, and Ayersville right now, they really need to be playing desperate. You have to go after the ball. You have to try and do anything you can to stop this because you don't want it to become a 2-score game.
Second and goal now at the 6 yard line. 7:53 to go, third quarter. Josh Bush, Eddie Tracy here with you here. 50th meeting between these two teams. As Tinora looking to extend to a 2-score lead. It'll be Hattemer with it off the left side. He's got a nifty move there. He's going to dive. Looks like he's going to be a yard or 2 shy. They're going to put it down at the 2 yard line, so give him 4. And they're inching closer to that goal line.
Yeah, another positive rush by the Tinora Rams, which seems kind of shocking in this zone right here. They have only tried to throw the ball the 1 time.
So big third down here. Obviously, you got to figure this is 4-down territory for the Rams offense. Third and goal now at the 2.
Tinora has a kicker with plenty of leg to be able to put this up by 2 scores if they have to kick a field goal. However, I would agree with you. 2 touchdowns is a big difference.
And it'll be Hattemer right side. He's going to leap into the end zone, and Doug Hattemer has his second touchdown of the night. It's a West Banco touchdown, 2 yards this time. He'll go into the end zone, and Tinora will extend that lead as Doug Hattemer kind of leapt his way into the end zone.
Yep, positive rushing yards, and it's nice to see Tinora be able to move that ball on the ground.
Yeah, that was a couple of nice solid runs there in this goal situation. Parker Hancock will come on now for the point after. Snap is down, kick is on the way, and the kick hits the upright, and it'll go in. So, boy, I tell you what, not a lot of luck with PATs down at that end of the field, but he knocks it through. Point after is good, and Tinora, just like that, now with a 2-score lead. 20-6 over Ayersville. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to Ayersville. Josh Bush, A.D. Tracy with you as the Tinora Rams. That's a big opening drive of this second half, Andy. Puts the Rams up by 2 scores, and Ayersville's offense is going to have to answer here on this ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, and again, if you're at halftime, if you're the Ayersville Pilots coach, you're telling your defense, hey, you have to make a stop here. We can't allow them to go up by 2 scores. And if you're Tinora, you're making a plan to get down the field and get that score because, again, it really helps you to be able to play defense against a team that really likes to run the ball.
So we'll see if Ayersville can answer here with their first opportunity in the second half. Already a penalty-riddled second half. We've only had 1 drive so far, and we've had already 4 penalties.
Yeah, we've had several penalties. I'm eager to see who takes over for Eli Berner in the second half. Him not being on the field would be a really big deal for the Ayersville Pilots.
This will be taken at the 15-yard line. They'll bring it back to the near side. Nowhere to go. He's going to be hit and dropped out across the 20-yard line, and just not a lot of space there as Stanball was trying to return that football, and just nowhere to go. And a nice job by the and he may be down here as well. Kind of an awkward, maybe a kind of an awkward return there for Ayersville. So we've got an injured pilot. We'll take a timeout. 6:57 to go in our third quarter. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann. Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit SuperiorCU.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Back to Craig McCord Field here. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy, week 8 of the high school football season, as Tinora has a 2-score lead now, 20-6, as you see Stanball kind of running off to that sideline. And you mentioned it earlier, I was just kind of looking in the break there, Andy. Eli Berner on the sideline. He's got an ice pack on his left shoulder. So I think for all intents and purposes, his night is done here. No good to see that. Hope that young man can make a quick recovery and get back out there. But to your point, it looks like we're going to see a lot more of Tucker Sproul. We'll see what else the Pilots can put together in the backfield. It'll be Sproul with it across the 25-yard line out near the 27-yard line. So a nice first down run there for Tucker Sproul. Give him 5 on first down.
Yeah, and it's really hard if you're a senior like Eli Berner. This is a rivalry game. You want to be in every play, and I'm sure on the sidelines he is just shaking his head and struggling, because these are the games. These are the games you work so hard for all your career to be able to play in these games.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Back to pass is Zartman, and that will just miss his receiver a bit. I mean, that looked like a good throw from Brady Zartman, but it's going to hit the turf and fall incomplete.
Yeah, Zartman has a pretty strong arm, and it looked like it was just a little bit out of reach for the wide receiver. However, you got to credit Tinora. That was some excellent coverage there, as he was right there to make a play.
So it'll bring up 3rd down here for Ayersville, as the Pilots, I think, again, we've still a lot of time in this football game, Andy, but this is a drive where they need to be able to get down the field and answer that score and keep this game within reach of Tinora.
Yeah, and this is just a big play. You know, you got 5 yards to get the first down. Get the first down. Don't have to do anything special. Just get that first down so you can renew your downs and continue to march down the field.
So Zartman will stand under center, 2 backs in the backfield behind him on 3rd down, and they'll say 6, maybe a long 5. Little misdirection, and he tries to hit the back out of the backfield. Had some space, did Tucker Sproul, but just could not haul that pass in. Nicely designed play, just a little off on the execution.
Yeah, and it felt like he had a step on the linebacker that was supposed to cover him out of the backfield, and he could have maybe got some positive yards, if not even really some positive yards, maybe a touchdown in the end of that. But Ayersville having to punt here. Again, you just don't want to give Tinora back the ball. They've got that high-powered offense, great quarterback, good receivers, ready to score again. Bad news for Ayersville.
And they'll fake it on 4th down, and they'll run it right side, and there's nowhere to go. This is going to be snuffed out really well by the Tinora defense, as they were trying to go up the middle. I'm trying to see who the back was that had that, but nonetheless, Tinora was more than ready for that one.
Yeah, it looked like Jeremiah Peak was the guy that ran the ball up the middle. It seemed like there was something to the outside, and he just ran right in the gut where there were 2 or 3 Tinora Rams just waiting to tackle him.
So Tinora will take over on downs here. That's a big gamble for Coach Mickey, as the Rams now have it 1st down and 10 at the Ayersville 28-yard line, halfway home in our 3rd quarter, and the Rams are looking to open this one wide open here. It'll be a first down run for Hattemer. He's got space across the 25-20. He'll hit a hole at the 15-yard line. He's chopped down. What a solid run into our Standball Jewelers red zone to the 11-yard line. And that is a big run of 17 yards, the biggest of the night for Hattemer.
Yeah, and it seems like, of course, Ayersville was prepared for the pass. They were able to run the ball and get positive yards. They've done that the whole second half, and so it's really nice to see them come out and run the football.
So Tinora will, again, Douglas Hattemer in the backfield behind quarterback Owen Farrell, and they'll hand it off again. He'll go left side this time. He's going to be tripped up at the line and not much space to move forward. Looks like he might have got a yard. That was a hard-fought yard for Doug Hattemer.
Yeah, and he had a nice skip step to the left to avoid the first tackler, but there were 3 or 4 waiting for him over on the left side.
So to bring up second down and 9 for the Rams. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. My math tells me they can still get a first down, Andy. Well, this is a different pace for Tinora as well. They're really taking their time. They'll break the huddle, come to line with 10 on the play clock. Now they're down to 5. Snap it. Farrell back to pass. He's going to go right side, and he's got a wide open receiver on the slant, and that is a touchdown, a Premier Bank touchdown, and that'll go to Dylan Shively for 9 yards, and the Tinora Rams have opened it up.
That pass looked a little low, but Shively was able to go down and get it with a really nice pass for a touchdown. It always feels like when you have a wide receiver that is that far split that you have to be prepared for that slant when it comes to red zone play.
Point after on the way, and the point after is good. And the Rams tack on 7 more, and just like that, take a 27-6 lead here with 4:47 to go in the third quarter. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy with you here on DCTV Sports. Week number 8 of the high school football season. And well, I can tell you that kind of took the wind out of the sail there for Ayersville. Obviously, you go for it on 4th down and try the fake punt. Doesn't work out, but Tinora pops one in there. And now they're up 21 here with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, and again, you don't necessarily fault the coach for Ayersville for going for it right there because they had to try and make something happen. However, if it works, you call him a genius. If it doesn't work, you're going, what in the world was he thinking? It didn't work, and now Tinora is up by 21.
Ensuing kickoff, it's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be taken at the 15-yard line. They'll come to the near side, out across the 25 to the 30, pushing defenders forward out near the 35-yard line. That's a nice, solid return of about 20 yards for Jackson Standball. So the Pilots are going to come out here. They're going to start with a pretty decent field position out near the 35. And this is, again, I know we said it on the last time, this is a must-have drive for Ayersville here as time is ticking away here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and on that last play, the kickoff return there, way to get behind your blockers and have them push ahead of you to be able to get some extra yards there to help your team start in good field position. Ayersville can't get their heads down. They got to keep momentum. They got to keep moving here. A score would really be helpful.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line, and second man through will lower the shoulder. That's Tucker Sproul. Carter Radzik on the stop for Tinora. Give 3 yards to Sproul on the first down run. And again, if you're Ayersville, that's what this offense is designed for. 3-4 yards a down, time off the clock, and
But unfortunately, they just don't have that opportunity here, being down by 3 scores with, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. I would encourage them to stick with their game plan, but you've got to make some chances. You got to take some chances. After a couple runs like this, first down, this is your opportunity to maybe take a shot down the field, spread that defense out a little bit, try and get yourself some real positive yards, you got to get on the board.
That's enough for a Pilot first down.
Dylan Tressler with his first carry of the night here tonight, as the young sophomore is getting some time here. First down and 10. Give him 6, and this will be Sproul with it. Spin move at the line across midfield, and another nice run there for the Pilots. And just like that, they got a little momentum going here. Give Sproul 6 on the first down run.
Yeah, and what an excellent spin move as he was hit at the line of scrimmage. However, he almost lost the ball out there. These guys have to be able to protect the football. Again, you know, they're not used to probably this much production because you have Eli Berner who gets a whole lot of the carries. And so these guys have to be watching out. They cannot put that ball on the ground.
Second down, just across the midfield stripe. Zartman going for it all on this left side. He's got Ewers, and it's going to hit him in stride at the 20-yard line. What a beautiful pass, and even better catch for Dane Ewers, and that is a big play there for the Ayersville offense.
Wow, Dane is having himself a really, really good night. He came into this game with 18 receptions, 304 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He hasn't had a touchdown yet today, but he has had some excellent catches down the field and really adding to that yard total.
Give him 36 yards on the reception. And, boy, I tell you what, just like that, the Ayersville offense is inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone, and that is a big play for Dane Ewers. Sproul's got it on first down. He'll go forward for a couple inside the 10, and another hard run there by Tucker Sproul. And, well, you like what he's doing here, Andy, kind of in that mode as RB1 right now for Ayersville. Going to pick up 5 yards on first down. I've got him down for 5, 3, 6, and 5 on his last 4 carries.
Yeah, and way to not panic for the Ayersville Pilots. Way to stick with your game plan. They've ran it 5 or 6 times and only threw it the one time. Way to stick with your game plan, march down the field, get yourself a score.
Well, Eric Becker says, hold on here, let's get a timeout, and the Rams will take one here with 2:19 to go in third quarter. Tinora up on Ayersville 27-6. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Trying to get Bob's attention there, but he's not paying attention to me. Nobody likes you, Andy.
I know.
They're ignoring us down here. Look at that. That's what you get for getting here early.
Got myself a program at the beginning of the game. Has a sticker on the Padroni's Pizza, and I got myself a Padroni's Pizza gift card.
Look at that. That's what happens when you hang out with great people, right?
I love Padroni's Pizza.
So it'll be second down and 5 for the Ayersville offense here as they come to the line. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be a pass from Zartman across the middle, and he goes in and out of the hands of Ryan Johnson. The senior receiver wants that play back, as that was 6 points for the Ayersville Pilots.
Yeah, and he was open. Great read by the quarterback. Excellent play call. Way to pull the defense forward by the play action. Just missed it.
Well, that's, again, when you don't throw the ball a ton, sometimes you get that wide open and you just kind of freeze a little bit. But, well, that's one the Pilots will certainly wish they had back as they reset here. Third down and 5, second man through. And it'll be Sproul left side. He's going to push forward for a yard or 2. They're going to say he got down near the 7-yard line. So give him 3. And it'll bring up a fourth down here.
4th and 2. And, of course, Ayersville has to go for it here, being down by 3 scores. They really need to get this first down. Again, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to score. Just get the first down so you have the potential to score.
So the play comes in from the sideline as junior quarterback Brady Zartman will huddle with his team. They'll head to the line with 10 on the play clock. They're going to have to get this snap off. 2 backs in the backfield, a little misdirection, and around, and this will be read and sniffed out by the Tinora defense, and they're going to lose some yards all the way back to the 10, a loss of 3. And there's all kinds of penalty markers coming in after the play. We'll see what happens here. We've got a Service Master restore penalty marker. This is, I believe, going to be dead ball. But we'll see as they sort this one out.
Yeah, it's probably going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tinora Rams. However, it is after the play, so they will still get the ball. It'll just be marched back towards their end zone.
And that's unsportsmanlike. You got it right, Andy. And that'll be first down for Tinora. That's a dead ball penalty. The Ayersville faithful not happy with that call, but it's the right one. It's a dead ball penalty, so that'll back them up after the turnover on downs. They'll have it first down and 10 at their own 5-yard line. So if you're the Ayersville defense here, you got to kind of tuck your ears back here and get after the quarterback. See if they can make something, disrupt something here in the backfield.
And I think that was Ian Gusweiler that made that tackle. Did you see who made the tackle?
I did not see that. I did not see it from my vantage point.
I tell you, what an excellent read and a play by whoever did it. They had to make an open field tackle. They made a great read off of the defense because they didn't get sucked in by the fake up the middle. They read it to the outside, made a great open field tackle, got the ball back for the Rams.
2 backs to the backfield, and this will be Lieb with it. I believe it was Josh Lieb. And another late penalty marker is going to come in here as he was close to I think he had 10 to the 15-yard line. So we'll see what happens here as things are getting a little chippy down there. As the officials are going to get together and sort this one out. If it stands, Josh Lieb would have a 10-yard gain. He had enough for the first down. And now they're taking a look, trying to figure out what they're doing here.
Yeah, it was an excellent run by Tinora Ram Lieb there to get the first down. Curious as to what's going on here. They're trying to keep the ball or the game calm.
And it's going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct against Tinora. It'll give them the first down. So this is this is kind of the odd duck here, right? So you get the first down, then you get the penalty, half the distance back. So it's going to be first down and 10 at the 7 after all is said and done. Yep. So first down and 10 now. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. And it'll be second man through the hole. This is Jimenez with it. He's got a spark out across the 15. He's going to be close to the first down at the 16-yard line. So he's going to get 9 and a nice solid run there for Jimenez on first and 10. I was almost confused what down it was too.
Yeah, there's been too many penalties. Those unsportsmanlike conducts are just unnecessary. And again, if you're Tenora's coach, you're getting very upset at your team. You guys, we want to win the ball game. We've got the opportunity to do that. Don't blow it for us by doing silly mistakes. Tenora's doing a really good job here. They need to run the ball to really milk the clock to be able to win this ball game, and they're able to do it. They've been getting first downs on the ground in the second half, which is a big deal for the Tinora Rams.
So it'll be second down and 1, and it'll be another run up the middle. This is Lieb with it. He's chopped down across the 25, and that'll be a first down as they'll put him down at the 26-yard line. So give him 10 yards, and that's another big run. He's got 2 carries now for 20 yards here in this drive, and another first down for Tinora. Will they run another play, or are they going to be happy taking this one to the fourth quarter? And looks like they're going to walk to the sidelines and do just that. Final 12 minutes coming your way from Ayersville. This River Bowl 50th meeting between these two teams. Tenora's on top, 27-6. Fourth quarter next on DCTV Sports.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Three quarters in the books here on homecoming night at Ayersville. Pilots trailing Tinora 27-6 as the Rams looking to close this one out here. Have done a nice job in that fourth quarter. As we look at our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker, the thing that stands out to me, Andy, and you said it, 7 carries in that third quarter for Doug Hattemer, 2 carries for Josh Lieb. They've really put a little emphasis on running the ball and keeping that clock moving here in the second half with the lead. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 26. Another run by Tinora, and this one's going to be sniffed out and nowhere to go. Let's see who comes off the bottom of that. It's Jimenez with the football. They're going to give him a yard out to the 27. Nice job by Ayersville, and this Pilot defense, Andy, trying to come up with something here to get the football back.
Yeah, and they've been able to stop the run all game until that third quarter. They've done a really good job. The defensive line has. They've been able to put some pressure on the quarterback. However, this is one of those times Tenora's not even kind of hiding what they're going to do. They're going to run the football, and they're going to milk this clock, and Ayersville just has to stop them.
2 backs in the backfield with Farrell. It'll be second man through. This is Jimenez with it. He's got space across the 30, out near the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and Josh Lieb had a really good lead block right there to be able to get Jimenez some open field so that he wasn't contacted until he was 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. And those running backs, especially the bigger ones, it's really nice when you're getting hit by a DB versus a linebacker.
Something a little different about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
3rd down and 3, ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Again, Tinora not in any form of hurry here. They're milking that play clock all the way down to 10 before they take that snap. Second man through is Lieb. He's hitting the backfield, and he will be churning the legs a little bit. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? And I think they're going to be spotting him right at the line of scrimmage, so they're going to say no gain for Josh Lieb. And that's going to bring up a 4th down here for Tinora. And it looks like they're going to bring the punting squad on here. And Ayersville's going to get the football back here. An opportunity, and again, they're not going to be able to take their time with this, Andy, but an opportunity to cut into this Tinora lead.
Yeah, and, Ayersville has to get basically 4 times the points that they have now.
It's a high spiraling kick. It'll hit at the 40. It's going to take a Tinora bounce all the way inside the 25-yard line, near the 20-yard line. And I'll tell you, it wasn't the prettiest looking punt, but at the end of the day, that ball's down near the 20-yard line, and that's a nice job by Parker Hancock to get that football down there.
Yeah, they don't usually ask how. They just ask how far, and that went a long ways just because of the roll. If you're at Ayersville here, again, I don't think you really need to panic. Stick with your game plan a little bit. I would get more hurried up in the huddle and to the line of scrimmage instead of maybe just throwing the ball all the time and getting away from the run.
Absolutely. I think you could certainly cut back on some of the time between plays. And they will move somewhat quickly to the line of scrimmage here. 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line. 1st down run. And just nothing there for Tucker Sproul. He'll be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage, so no gain for Tucker Sproul. And again, if you're Tinora at this point, you kind of have a good idea of what you're going to expect. If you're Ayersville here, maybe we need to try some of those little flare patterns out, the extension of the run game, if you will, to just give something easy for Zartman to kind of get some guys out in space.
Get some completions, get the ball moving, get some momentum back so that you can score a touchdown.
They're going to give him a yard, give it 2nd down and 9 as Zartman goes under center. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He'll come near sideline for yours, and this is going to be, did he catch that on top of the defender? No, they're going to say it hit the turf. No, now they're going to say it was a catch on top of the defender, and I'll tell you what a nice job there. Give him 8 for Dane Ewers, and another catch there. I'll tell you what, he went on top of the defender to catch that one.
Yeah, the defender had position on him to be able to make the play right there. However, he's just a big boy that was able to get his arms over there to make that play.
Pilots will come quickly to line, but it's third down and a long 2. Zartman will be first man through, and this will be maybe a yard. Not much of anything. They're gonna spot him out at the 31-yard line, so this is gonna be close to the first down. And now they're moving the chains, so they're gonna say Sproul got the first down. It looked to me like he was a little bit short there, Andy, but they're gonna give him the first down there.
Yeah, and the thing that I don't like here is it feels like Ayersville is taking way too much time in calling their plays. If I were the coach here, I would give your quarterback, it's first down, I would give him the next 3 plays so they could go bang, bang, bang.
Under 8 to go in the ball game. It'll be second man through as Sproul will have a hole this time. Spin move across the 35 out near the 40-yard line. That's a nice run by Tucker Sproul. Give him 6. And it'll bring up second down and 4. Quickly to the line go the Pilots. 2 backs in the backfield. Hard count from Zartman. I'll stand up and check the play to the sideline.
Interesting offense here. They hustle to the line, get under center, a couple hard counts.
Quick throw to the near sideline. That's complete across the 35, 40, 45 as Kobe Brown will haul that one in. The sophomore will be chopped down out near midfield. And we got 2 penalty markers coming in here late.
Enough for a first down. There it is. Flag on the play.
So give him a gain of 12. We got a targeting penalty. Wow, you don't see that a lot against Tinora, but that's targeting on Tinora. And we'll see, looks like 12 is going off the
Number
field.
Number 12,
so
Doug Hattemer. That is their guy who's been running the ball in the second half.
So give him a gain of 12 as Kobe Brown hauls that one in. And a first down run for Tucker Sproul. He's going to dive across the 30. A nice run there on first down. And just like that, the Ayersville Pilots are moving down the field. Of course, helped a little bit by that penalty, Andy, but I'll tell you what, if you're the Pilots, you're going to take that here and then a first down run of 8 by Tucker Sproul. Approaching the halfway point of our fourth quarter. I formation behind Zartman. First man is Sproul, and he is wrapped up and thrown for a loss. And that was a nice job. Big number 88 for Tinora comes blasting through the line of scrimmage. And well, I'll tell you what, that was a nice job there. Sorry, 68, Carter Radzik.
Yep. And he was able to get a lot of penetration right there. You wonder if maybe somebody missed their block, but he was able to get in the backfield and make that play.
So that's a loss of 2 for Sproul.
Do you know what the targeting penalty is? Is he eliminated from the game?
I believe that is disqualification. This will be second man through. This is Kobe Brown with it. It's enough for a first down if it holds, but another Service Master Restore penalty. It's coming back, and so negate the first down as, again, another penalty will wipe off another first down here for Ayersville. Yes, going back to that, Andy, I do believe if that was called on Hattemer, which is the player that we saw leave the side, off to the sideline, I believe he is out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and so then you have their junior running back that is out because of injury, and you have Hattemer that is now eliminated, which leaves Jimenez and Lieb in the backfield.
So we'll see if when Tinora gets the football back here, we'll see what they do go if that's the case. But the penalty will back this one up. Now third down and 14 for Ayersville back at their 39-yard line, or excuse me, back at the Tinora 39. This will be a quick pass to the far sideline. Nifty move on that far sideline for Ewers. He's going to make it all the way down almost to the first down marker. I think he's going to be about a yard shy. That is a great job by Dane Ewers. Yards after the catch, and he's going to pick up 13 of the 14.
Yeah, he had yards after the catch, and he had yards after contact. I mean, he was hit probably 3 or 4 yards from the line of scrimmage and was able to get an extra 5 yards.
So it'll be 4th down and 1. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield behind Zartman. It'll be second man through, lowers the shoulder. I'm going to say that's Sproul, and he's going to gain 2. That's going to be enough for an Ayersville first down, and that's a big first down for this Ayersville offense.
It is. Also, Ayersville needs to hustle. I mean, they are down to 5 minutes left in the game. They are getting close to being able to score a touchdown, but they need to take a couple of shots here. I'm wondering if they open up the field a little bit and maybe look downfield for a big play to get themselves on the board.
5 minutes to go here being in the ball game, down 21. It's 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line as Zartman will stand under center. 2 backs again in the backfield. And he will fake it, looks to throw, goes across the middle, and this will be knocked down as he had a very, very dangerous pass in double coverage as he was looking across the middle of the field.
Yeah, it looked like that was just, there were 2 guys there waiting to receive that ball, and neither of them were wearing a blue jersey at that point. Both of them had white and green on, and that could have been an interception, which really would have put a stamp on this game.
Clock stops, 4:39 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 10 at the 24-yard line now for the Pilots.
Urs is down here, and Zartman has a pretty strong arm. Let's see if they try and go deep.
And they'll hand it off as the second man through, and this will be Dylan Tressler with the carry. And he will gain 8. Just a sophomore.
6'1", 180-pound sophomore. Wow, he's a big boy as well. They just don't make them like they used to. These guys are monsters.
3rd down and 2 here for Ayersville. Back to pass, and they'll go to the near sideline. This will be complete. And did he stay in bounds? He did, and this is going to go all the way down inside the 10. I think you're going to say he stepped out of bounds, but the official says, I don't think so. And this is going to be, now we've got a penalty marker late again. A sideline warning against Ayersville. This play is going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line, so give him 14 yards to stand ball, and that's a big first down for Ayersville.
It's a sideline warning down to the 2-yard line on the Pilot sideline. 1st and goal for the Pilots.
So 1st down and goal now at the 2-yard line. Sproul, and it'll be Sproul left side. He's got some space, and he will go into the end zone. That's a West Banco touchdown of 2 yards for Tucker Sproul, and the Ayersville Pilots have cut into the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, it looked like that run was supposed to be up the middle. However, Tinora collapsed and left the edges just wide open. He was able to hit the middle, bounce to the outside, and just kind of stroll in almost backwards.
So big run there for Tucker Sproul. He gets his first touchdown of the night. And for the Ayersville Pilots, they'll tack on 6. Looking to go for cutting this to no. They're going to go for 2 here, as all kinds of trouble in the backfield, and this will be an incomplete pass, but there's penalty markers thrown from the back judge, penalty marker from the side judge. And I don't know what exactly Ayersville was trying to do there, but they're going to get a penalty and they're going to get another shot at this. So now, well, this becomes interesting, Andy. You're going to respot this halfway to the half the distance to the goal. So now,
yep, you wonder if Ayersville is just going to stick kind of to what their strength is and just power that ball and get themselves a 2-point conversion.
So they'll come to the line.
Yep, Zartman's under center. I expect a strong run up the middle.
Sproul and Brown, and then they're going to give it Sproul left side. He's trying to stretch it out, and he'll get in there, and Sproul will get the 2-point conversion, and that's a big 2 points there for Ayersville. If nothing else, just some confidence and some momentum here for the Pilots late in this ball game. They're still down 13 points, but that's a huge momentum booster here for the Pilots.
Yeah, and it feels like they have to go with the onside kick here. They just don't have enough time to be able to put the ball into Tenora's offense, play some defense, and get the ball back. So onside kick, here we come.
We've got another barn burner here in Ayersville as the Pilots are cutting into the lead here for late in this ball game. Thank you. And we'll see what happens here. But I'll tell you, we've mentioned this a couple of times, Andy. But when you talk about rivalries like this, it's a good chance it's going to come down to the wire, and these two are battling here all the way to the finish.
Yeah, Ayersville doesn't want to give this up. This is a big game for them. And like you said earlier, it doesn't matter what the season holds. If you walk away with a win over Tinora or Tinora walks away with a win over Ayersville, you feel pretty good about yourself.
So the Pilots will come out here. I think if you're head coach Eric Becker and the Tinora Rams, you've got to be expecting something short to try to get the ball back here for Ayersville.
Yeah, I would definitely have my hands team on the field because Ayersville has almost got to kick an onside here.
So, well, looks like he's setting up to kick it deep. We'll see what they do here as Peak is looking to boot this one deep, and he's going to just throw this one up, and Josh Lieb has got it, but they're going to say it did not. I think it's going to be an offside penalty. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, that's best of luck for the best thing that could happen there for Ayersville, because Josh Lieb had that on the run with nobody in front of him, but it was a procedure penalty against Ayersville, so they're going to get an opportunity to re-kick this one.
Yeah, offsides. Yep. It's a dead ball foul. 5 yards. Doesn't matter what Tinora does.
Yep. So a dead ball penalty is it's a same thing as a false start. So we'll tee it up now at the 35-yard line. And again, well, I'll tell you what, that is a very lucky thing for Ayersville in that situation, because Josh Lieb had a head of steam and a lot of green in front of him. They'll do the same thing here as it's going to go, and this one will be advanced, but I don't think it went in 10 yards before it was touched. Now the beanbag came out at the 44, which would be 9 yards. And that's where it was fielded by Ayersville. I believe it's got to go 10 yards before Ayersville can touch the football. We got another meeting of the minds here with the yep. And this will be Tinora football. Andy, the question is there a penalty assessed on that? Because wouldn't that be an illegal touch?
Yes, and there should be a penalty. And Tinora gets the ball.
So, okay. So there's not a potential. Okay, so I guess there's not a penalty on that. I would have thought it would have been an illegal touch. So Tenora's going to have the football, first down and 10 at the 44-yard line. 3:48 to go here in the ball game, up by 13, and I think you're going to get a heavy dose of running here from the Tinora offense to close this one out. Excuse me, and they'll throw it on first down, and that ball hits, short hops the turf, looking for Shively on that far sideline, but just when you thought they were going to, that's his first pass of this fourth quarter, Andy.
Yeah, and it certainly seems like a surprise there, like they were trying to catch Ayersville off guard. However, the important thing for Tinora here is just to run that clock down. You're up by 2 scores, get the win, and go home happy.
Clock's
being a rivalry, though, these teams want to still score points.
3:43 to go in the ball game. Single back, and it'll be Hattemer with it. And another penalty marker flies in. He's going to have a gain of about 1. So going back to our earlier conversation, Andy, if that targeting penalty was on Hattemer, there is no ejection for that.
Yeah, he is back in the game.
So,
maybe because it wasn't a second one. I don't know how the penalties work.
I'm not sure how it works in high school, but they're going to decline the penalty here, so it'll be second down. Excuse me. It should be third down and 9. The scoreboard has it right. The down marker on the far sideline does not. There they go. So third down and 9. Clock spinning here as we approach 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Ball spotted at the Ayersville 43-yard line. Single back in the backfield as Farrell will just let this clock, the play clock will spin down under 10. Pilots showing blitz. Play clock's at 5. He takes the snap, back to pass. Pressure comes. He will hit his intended target. That's Shively. He's got it down near the 30-yard line, and another penalty marker. And this is going to come back. This is going to be an illegal man downfield on Tinora, and will negate the first down. This is going to back them up near midfield, and well, I'll tell you what, Tinora just can't seem to get out of this ball game here. So they'll back this one up 5 more yards. 3rd and 9, now 3rd and 14.
I know that play didn't work out, but good job by the Tinora wide receiver knowing where the first down marker was, making sure he got past it to be able to make that play. Ayersville had a lot of cushion defensively on those wide receivers. Feels like in this situation, pressure's on.
So now we have an officials timeout. It's like their clock was not spinning. So it'll be 3rd down and 18. I know the scoreboard says 4th, but it's 3rd down and 18, and this will be Lieb within the backfield. He's going to be hit and dropped. Got another penalty marker come in. It's a service master restore penalty, another one. Josh Lieb fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll see what this one is here. You're going to figure if it's against Tinora, it's going to be declined, and it'll be holding against Tinora. See what Coach Mickey does here. I would assume they're going to decline this penalty and make it 4th down. So they're going to decline this penalty, so it'll be 4th down as a lot of confusion out there. Pilot's going to burn a timeout. Let's take it with him, Andy, so we can I'm not even sure anybody up here knows what's going on right now. So right now, 2:43 to go in the ball game. 27-14, Tinora with the lead. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
All right, welcome back to Craig McCord Field here at Ayersville High School as the Tinora Rams will come out here with a 4th down and 18. And, well, if you're Ayersville here, you're going to get this ball back. They just burnt their first timeout, so they're going to have 2 timeouts to go. Down 13 with 2:43 to go. That's a tough task for a team that does not move quickly. And they're going to hope for a good return here.
Yep, best case scenario is they break one here for a touchdown on the return, able to get a nice kick onside, and be able to score again.
Dane Ewers will come on to return this one. It's usually Stanball back there, but it's Ewers this time, and that punt almost blocked. This is a high booming kick. It's going to hit at the 15-yard line, and this will go into the end zone. What a great effort down there to try and keep that at the inside the 5, but it'll go in the end zone. And I'll tell you what, Coach Dales, I've done a lot of games with Coach Dales, known Coach Dales for a long time, and he always said, catch the ball.
Catch the ball, especially in that zone. Now, when you're within that 10 yards from the end zone, you might want to let it bounce and roll into the end zone, but at that point, you catch the ball and you try and return it right there. There's not a defender that's right there on you. You catch the ball, and the worst thing is you have it at the 15-yard line. he got kind of lucky right there where it was able to roll in the end zone. Great effort by the Tinora Rams to be able to stop that. Boy, it would have been really challenging for Ayersville if they have to go 99 yards.
2:31 to go here in the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and it'll be Zartman back to pass. He rolls to his right, throws back to the left, and this will be in and out of the hands as he was looking for Tucker Sprout of the backfield. That'll fall incomplete, and just a lot of misdirection, a lot of things happening there to get that play to happen.
Again, it's a dangerous pass when you throw all the way across the field, across your body. He did have a guy open early with an out route. Could have got that out of bounds and got yourself some yards.
Clock stops with 2:24 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 10 now for the Pilots at the 20-yard line, as they will break the huddle. And it'll be play clock's at 1, and they just get this one off. And this is a double reverse. Looking to throw now is Stamball, and he'll get Ewers out across the 25. It'll be complete. There's a penalty marker for an illegal shift. So, well, I think, Andy, the play clock was rolling down there in 3-2. I mean, they were down to about a second left. I was surprised they even got that off, and some of the backs were still moving, trying to get themselves set. So, negate the play, back them up 5 yards, 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, and again, it was an incomplete pass, so, the clock stops, which gives them the opportunity to get the plays in. But Ayersville seems to not be moving with a whole lot of urgency right here, and they need it. They need to be hustling to the line of scrimmage. They should have 2 or 3 plays called at once so that they can just move to the next play without having to re-huddle and all that. They did stop the clock, so it doesn't matter that much, but this next play matters.
And they'll run it on 2nd down and 15 as they'll go left side with Tucker Sproul. Gain of 3.
And the clock is still moving because the ball was on the ground. If there is an incompletion, the clock stops. But if you run the ball, the clock just keeps running, and they have burnt almost 25 seconds just getting to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line and get set here. Minute 40, and the clock continues to roll past to the left sideline. This is over the head of everyone. It'll fall incomplete. And as you said, Andy, that'll stop the clock. But again, precious seconds ticking away here for Ayersville as it now reads 1:35, and this is going to be a big 4th down play here. 4th down and 12 for the Pilots. They have to convert here, or this ball game is essentially over.
Yeah, and you wonder if Dane Ewers has another trick up his sleeve, being able to go up and get a couple of balls earlier in the game. He's had a really, really nice game receiving. I mean, I think that's your hope. If you're Zartman, you gun it up to Ewers and see if you can make a play downfield to keep this game going.
So they'll stand under center. Ewers is split all the way to the far sideline, and Zartman's back to pass. He goes across the middle, and this is about 10 yards over his intended target of Jeremiah Peak, and it'll fall incomplete, and the Tinora Rams offense will come onto the field here with 1:29 to go. They're up by 13, and it looks like they'll be able to just run the clock out here. Ayersville does have 2 timeouts, so we'll see what they're going to do here. But for all intents and purposes, the clock is about to strike midnight on this River Bowl.
And it's kind of a sad game for both Tinora and Ayersville. Tenora's coming out on top, and a win is a win. You love to get one, especially in a rivalry game. However, there's a lot of mess to this game.
Yeah.
These 2 teams really need to clean some things up to be able to move forward because they got some big games ahead of them still. They've got some challenging teams to be able to play.
Well, and they're looking at, borderline of in or out of the playoffs, and so we had him with it on 1st down. He's going to be all the way up the middle, inside the 10, down near the 6-yard line. So give him 11 yards, and another nice run there for Hattemer. And the clock will continue to roll here, 1:15. The officials are stopping the clock. We'll see what. Okay. I thought maybe there was a penalty marker, but they just wanted to chat. So the Tinora Rams will come to the line here. First down and goal inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone. First and goal at the 6, and it looks like maybe victory formation. And Farrell will take a knee at the 10. So he'll take the loss, but just really trying to spin out this clock here are the Tinora Rams. And well, the Rams are going to extend their lead in this rivalry. .25 seconds are going to tick off here as the Tinora Rams will even their record on the season now, Andy, at 4-4. Now 4-1 in the GMC. For the Ayersville Pilots, they'll fall to 1-7, 1-4 in the GMC. Final score tonight in the 50th edition of the River Bowl. Tinora, your winner, 27-14. Stick around. Our postgame show is next.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
WestBanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused WestBanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Final score again tonight, Ayersville, or Tinora, your winner on homecoming night by a final score of 27-14. Our postgame show tonight is courtesy of Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Keep your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance. Let's recap the scoring for you tonight. It all opened up with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Owen Farrell to Reynolds. In that first quarter, went 15 yards. Point after was good. Tinora up 7-0. And then the Ayersville Pilots would answer with the Eli Berner 19-yard touchdown run. The point after was no good. 7-6 Tinora. Then a couple of runs on the ground for Tinora. Hadamer with an 8-yard touchdown run. Point after no good. 13-6. Third quarter, Hadamer a 2-yard touchdown run. Point after was good. 20-6. And then they would get a 9-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Shively. Point after was good, 27-6, and then Sproul would add that 2-yard touchdown run with the 2-point, giving us our final score of 27-14. Another timeout here on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. We'll come back and get you some stats and wrap this one up next here on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. As you see the Tinora Rams there hoisting up that trophy as the 50th edition of the River Bowl goes to the Tinora Rams, again by a final score of 27-14. As we take a look at our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker, let's start with the Tinora Rams here tonight. I've got them finished with 60 yards on the ground, 190 through the air for a total of 250 yards. And really that second half, they ran the ball very, very well. Doug Hadamer finishes the night with 14 carries for 31 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading the way on the ground. And then Owen Farrell, another nice night for that young man. I've got him for 203 yards through the air with 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception. But this is a pretty balanced look for Tinora. I mean, it's not balanced, but when you look at Tinora, it's a pretty balanced night for the Rams.
Yeah, and the way they want to play games is they love to spread the field, and they like to do the passing game, whether it's short passes, long passes. That's how they like to play. And, again, their quarterback has a heck of an arm, and he really did a good job tonight. They brought some balance in being able to run, especially in the second half, which I think really helped them milk the clock and win this ballgame. I think Ayersville was prepared for passes in the second half, and Tinora was able to run.
Let's flip it over to the Ayersville Pilots. I have them on the night, 137 yards on the ground, 167 through the air tonight for 304 yards. Brady Zartman, I'll tell you what, he did a nice job tonight. No touchdowns or no interceptions, but completed some nice throws to the big man, Dane Ewers. But I've got him down for 182 yards through the air on about 50% completions. Dane Ewers, his main target tonight, I had him down 6 catches for 151 yards tonight. The big man coming through with some really timely catches as well. On the ground tonight, Eli Berner, who went out with that injury in the first half, I had him down for 15 carries and 75 yards. Tucker Sproul, I had him down for 17 carries and 52 yards. Dylan Tressler getting into the ball game late, couple carries for 14 yards. But I'll tell you what, this was a hard-fought match here tonight by both of these teams.
Yeah, and you feel like Eli Berner going down is a big loss for Ayersville. That's really their bell cow. That's how they want to play the game. They want to just kind of move the ball down the field slowly, milk the clock, play possession football. Yeah. But he goes down, and you can see that they have some playmakers. They have the ability to throw the ball downfield, and really, Ewers, great hands. Really good hands.
Well, and he's a big target.
Big target, was able to pull them all in. You love to see that. Now, the reason I keep talking about hands is so many receivers catch the ball with their body, and that takes a whole element of the game away because you have to reach over your head or to the side, and if you can catch the ball with your hands, especially being a young guy, that's just really good football. And he was able to catch a lot of balls with his hands.
Stats tonight, again, courtesy of Arthur Law Firm. Let's take another time out here on our post-game show, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Craig McCord Field as the Rams come away with the victory tonight, 27-14. We're back with our finishing touches after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to Craig McCord Field. Josh Bush, Andy Tracy putting the finishing touches on this game here tonight. 27-14, Tinora, your winner for the Rams. They will improve to 4-4, 4-1 in the Green Meadows Conference. They're on the road next Friday night at Antwerp. So they've kind of getting themselves in a spot where this is the second year in a row where they've had a rough start. Again, they've got a gauntlet of off-season games to start the year, but they're making a statement here in league play. So this is a nice run again for Coach Becker and his squad, and of course, looking to be in that top 12 come week number 11 and make that postseason. For Ayersville, they're going to fall to 1-7, 1-4 in the Green Meadows Conference, and well, I'll tell you what, I've got both these teams on the road at Antwerp next week. So somebody's at Antwerp next week. I don't know which one of them is, but somebody's at Antwerp, and I don't know where the other one's at. So,
yeah, and I think there's still a chance that Tinora can win the GMC right now. You have Fairview with one loss to Paulding.
Yep.
And Tinora one loss to Fairview. And so, therefore, when Tinora faces Paulding, there's still a chance for a huge game. 3-way tie in the GMC, which would be a really, really big deal for the Tinora Rams.
Next Friday night, join us. We'll head back to Defiance. It'll be our third homecoming broadcast in a row, as Defiance will be home with Bath next Friday night. And you can catch that next Friday night with our pregame show starting around 6:30. I want to say a big thanks to Jared Stober and the entire team here at Ayersville High School. Thanks to our crew. I'll tell you what, they have done a tremendous job. Ryan and Sean downstairs, our camera guys tonight, Caden Brock and Jalen. Andy, you did a great job as well. I'll tell you what, this is a unique setup out here for us with the space that we have and logistics here, and it's been kind of a crazy night. We got a couple of TVs here. I think there's 3 TVs here and radio here. It's a great job by everybody just to kind of, even just to fit in the can opener here.
Yeah, it feels crowded in here, but it was a great time. Love being here, love being able to witness, again, the 50th anniversary of this rivalry. It's just a lot of good old-fashioned football fun. And I love football season, and just the opportunity to be here to watch these two teams go at it and battle hard is just a blast.
Appreciate you. And again, Tinora Rams, I want to hear their taking on homecoming night in the 50th meeting between Tinora and Ayersville. Rams prevail 27-14. Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching a sports presentation of Defiance Community Television.